to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
Greetings, universe! My name is Orbital Bacon, and I am certified G1 and a real freaking prime. Welcome to another live stream. It's Friday, the end of the week. That means if you're here, you are indeed made of sterner stuff. Wooga wooga and booga booga, bim bams and flum bombs. Oh, what's going on? Welcome back to another edition of Sterner Stuff. You know what time it is. You know what it means. That's right. It's time to kick back, relax. We're cruising on into the weekend. We're going to set sail, okay? All aboard the Gyat yacht. Set sail. We're cruising right into the weekend.
This is the place. Time to kick back and relax.
Also, Sky is best girl.
Thank you, Chester Stevens. Couldn't have said it better myself. Time to kick back and relax with the E, elongated E. Thank you for that from Shantae there, but of course in the super chat as well. Kitty was zooking out. He was pulling a robot. Let's fucking go. But hopefully you guys are all doing well. Ready to set sail into the weekend here? I know I am. Hopefully you had a good week, but you know, if you didn't, it's over now, so can't hurt you anymore. So let's all kick back, relax with the bim bams, the flum bums, the baconeers and baconettes, aka best community on YouTube. We're going to be A-logging some cartoons tonight, going over the latest memes from these decades-old cartoons, as well as wrangling some waifus in everybody's favorite segment of the week, the Waifu Roundup. Plus, I got another installment of the new segment that we debuted last week, the Nostalgia Spotlight. Yes, I'm still calling it that. It's probably what it's just going to end up being called. So we've got another segment of the Nostalgia Spotlight. I think you guys will find this one pretty interesting. You know, last week it was cool. We were celebrating the green skin girls, but this one a little bit different, but still right up the alley for all the baconeers and baconettes. I think you guys will enjoy this. So we've got that coming up for you. And otherwise, we're just going to have a good time, okay? We're just going to have a good time. It's finally Friday night to be specific. So we get to unwind, have a few laughs. Maybe you're zooking out. I don't know. You got some sparks, some spins, some crystal twist, or maybe some foo-pa. We got a visit from the Gyat Fairy from Painting and Rambling.
Sword to Pontsu Shredder. Ich bin Kitty.
Oh, he gave up. He gave up on that one. He didn't want to read them all.
Sunday, Orbital Arcade. Monday, TV series. Tuesday and Thursday, cartoon series we voted on. Wednesday, channel surfing. Friday, Sterner stuff. Saturday, Sat mornings and anime grindhouse full on.
That's right, 7 days a week, okay? The nostalgia never sleeps. The nostalgia never sleeps here on the Orbital Station. That's right, T-Bone Tony. 7 days a week, we're bringing you content, and I wouldn't have it any other way, man. We've been having so much fun lately, and I'm wondering because it's been like this for a while now. You know, we're coming up on the 3-year anniversary of the Saturday morning cartoons, and if the number of the thumbnails that I've made for these Sterner Stuff streams is any indication, I'm gonna actually have to check. Maybe the numbers are off a little bit. But we're approaching 200, like the thumbnail, because I number them all, you know, so every week it's just the next one. I just go bacon cover next number, right? And it was bacon cover 194 tonight on Sterner Stuff. So we might be, I'm going to double check it, but we might be approaching the 200th Sterner Stuff stream. So yeah, we've been having fun. We've been having fun for a while, you know, and it's going to keep going. It's going to keep going. I don't think it's going to stop anytime soon. Not if I have anything to say about it. Okay. So, yeah, we're going to be having some fun tonight. This is no exception. We're going to have a great time. I got some good stuff for you guys. I cooked up some memes for tomorrow morning's lineup. I think you guys will like them. We might have a new category for a record, a world record.
It doesn't matter if you are old or young. If you love waifus, you're in for fun. Let's all zook out, the night has begun.
There we go, T-Bone, the Bard, with a lyrical super chat right there, man. That was a good one too. I like that. That was a good one. It's, you know, kind of wholesome. I liked it. Inspector Next says, are we out of tunes? Oh, never, man, never. No, definitely not. We are not out of tunes. But if you are new to this stream here, if this is your first Sterner Stuff, we do this every Friday. And as I've just been saying here, as a hot dog and grandstand, it's how we kick off the weekend. You know, it's a nice way to sort of celebrate with the Baconeers. Another week done. We're going into the weekend, so we get Saturday morning cartoons in the morning. We get the anime grindhouse tomorrow night, gaming stream on Sunday. So it's kind of fun to, to celebrate. Just kick it off, hang out. You know, like I said, I always cook up some memes for you guys every week. You know, try to provide some entertainment for you, you know, like, well, I do my best. I don't know if I always succeed, but hey, you guys keep coming back. So I'm going to assume that you're having fun here. So that's good. That's good. So yeah, we do this every Friday and it's just a fun way to kick off the weekend. I'm going to run down all the segments. We got the Saturday morning preview for you. We'll go over some of the shows that I have lined up for you tomorrow morning. And then, of course, roast them a little bit with some of those memes. And then we'll talk about what we've got coming up for this week's theme of channel surfing. And it's kind of a special one, You'll see when we get there. And then, of course, we got the new segment, Nostalgia Spotlight, where we look on something that may not necessarily fit into a Saturday morning broadcast, whether it's a show that's owned by one of the big studios that doesn't want us to use it, like Warner Brothers or Disney. Or maybe it's something that's not even necessarily a cartoon. Maybe, some comic books like we looked at last week.
There's a bacon bit, there's a little bit, there's a bacon bit of bacon in us all. There's a bacon bit, there's a little bit, there's a tiny bacon bit of bacon in us all. There's a tiny bacon in us all.
ER. Man, Kitty, you dropped the ball at the end there. I thought he was going to, elongated but he dropped the ball. He said ER. Kitty, disappointed in you, man. He's on the Zook. He's zooking out.
No, man, he's just zooking out. He'll be okay.
Kitty's on the Zook again. It's early. It's too early, Kitty. What are you doing? So we've got some good stuff lined up for you tonight. And then, of course, the waifu roundup at the end. We're going to wrangle up some waifus brought to us by the talented artist here on the Orbital Station, bringing us new and exclusive waifu pinups each and every week. So if you guys would like to support the war effort as we continue to wage the war on woke and keep these classic beauty standards alive, then there is a link pinned right there at the top of the chat. If you'd like to support the station, help keep it in orbit, as well as unlock some waifus, okay? If you want to wrangle up some waifus at the end of the stream, that'll definitely go a long way to help, as well as, the waifus, they go whack for the stack. So let's see if we can stack up some meters in the perpetual waifu machine and see what we can wrangle up tonight. We got some really good stuff from Master Krakken, and I think a couple from Odacat in there that we still need to unlock. They've They've been in the lineup for a while, and we just haven't got to them. So I moved a few to like the front of the line. I'm like, we need to make sure we get these. Okay, we need to make sure we get these. So I'm moving to the front of the line, but we still have plenty of good stuff from Master Krakken. We've got some waifus that were featured in this past Saturday's lineup, as well as just some all-around favorites. They're like evergreen waifus. You know, they're always popular. It doesn't matter if we just saw an episode with them in it or not. They're evergreen waifus. So we've got some of those in there. So yeah, it's a lot of good stuff. I'm looking forward to it. I think you guys are going to have a good time tonight. So let's see who we got in the chat, though. It looks like we got a good crowd here already. Love to see it. Glad everybody's showing up tonight. Be sure to like up the stream for me if you're ready to set sail, cruise on into the weekend on board the Gyat Yacht here. Go ahead and like up the stream for me. And then if you'd like me to say hello, well, a lot of you already know. Look at you. You're already doing it well. But if you're new, I'll just tell you what to do. You just got to put that bacon in the sky. Send it way up high, all the way up into orbit. Let's go. Look at it flying up there. It's already going, man. We've got a lot of bacon up in the sky. Let's see who we got in here. I see Scarlet Sprunky. What's going on? I believe that's a member of the Tony Nugget clan, if memory serves me correctly. I see Waste of Space, a.k.a. Cheetos, a.k.a. the #1 troll. What's going on, buddy? We got Matthew Skudzienski. Kyle Conklin is here. Isaac Nieder says Evergreen. Yeah, that's right. Reverb.
Magnificent. Look at the size of that thing.
A stacked waifu to help stack up the waifu meter.
Thank you so much, Reverb 154. Look at the size of that thing, that dono right there. Even Nico had to look. Did you notice that? Yeah, I kept that. It's like 2 frames. But I made sure that made it into the GIF, how even Nico had to look over like, whoa, buddy. So thank you, Reverb 154. Appreciate you, man. Let's see. We got Hellspawn Leviathan. Hail, brother. What's going on? There's Gojira, a.k.a. Philip Fabian. Good to see you, man. Sane Adam. Hail, brother. We got Noita of Lamort, if I'm saying that right. Spyro Man is here. Yeah, She-Hulk. Yeah, you know, She-Hulk was the spotlight last week. Yeah, buddy. We got Lone Wolf in here. Good to see you, man. There's Michael Russum. What's up, buddy? Hopefully you're doing well. There's Kakarot. What's up, buddy? Let's see who else as I scroll down. There's a lot of bacon I got to sift through here. I love to see it. Gabriel Villegas is here. Good to see you. We got Blazing Vulpix. There's Ron McChaos. Hail, brother. Definitely not Hunter Batista. Is definitely not fooling anybody. That is Hunter Batista. I know it. We got Richard Hooper in here. There's Kenzo's Creations, my eternal rival in Crossfire. And I see he's got his Zoomerangs ready. That's right. Zoomerangs to the death. Nocturne is mine. Let's go. Duo Maxwell is here. We got Rex Rude 99. Wolvie sending in a big dono.
Magnificent. Look at the size of that thing.
I want some rogue cake.
Even Nico was looking, man. Even Nico was looking over. Okay. So thank you, Wolverine. Appreciate it. Look at the size of that dono there. Thank you so much, man. Let's see. I think I left off at Rex Rude 99. Hail, brother. We also got Taverns Bowl. Hail. / with the bacon. Chester Stevens is here. That's one half of the Cheddar Swiss Coalition. Good to see you, man. Neo 007. What's up? We got Zahira Smith. Howdy. There's Johnny Hollywood. Says it's bacon time. That's right, man. Good to see you back. Bloodwork for crying in the mud, Bobby. Everybody run. It's Bloodwork. We got Reverb 154, who actually just got dethroned as stream boss, even though it's technically a tie, but whenever it's a tie, it just defaults to the most recent one. So technically, Reverb, you and Wolverine are sharing stream boss right now. So unless something changes, we'll give you a dual shout out here at the end. Spyro Man is here. What's up? We got Akuma. What's up, Akuma? Jason Long, hail, brother. And Tim J, hail to you as well. Lynch85, hail again. Wow, buddy, look at all that. We got some based bacon ears in here. There's Crossfire. You'll get caught up in the crossfire. What's going on? I see Scarlet Sprunky again. Kyle Conklin again. We got Prince of the Abyss as all head full speed ahead. That's right. Loki Thorson is here. What's up, man? We got Retro Ryu in here. There's T-Bone Tony. T-Bone, the bard with his lyrical super chats. He's the inventor, man. He created a new meta for our super chats. We got lyrical super chats, E, elongated E, probably some other things. Maybe something new will pop up. Who knows? There's Ways to Space again. He says Baroness and her swing champagne.
Swing, swing.
Oh my, that's right, buddy. We got Leave Me Alone, Please No. There's Carlos Cow. Book Golem is in here. What's up? We got Tomatoes, Killer Tomatoes. What's going on? That Sensational is here. Good to see you back. You have quickly become a familiar face. I think it was on New Year's. Was it New Year's? I think it was, where you were a new face, but it didn't take too long. Now you're a familiar face in the chat. Glad to see you enjoying the streams, man. There's Miss Taco Cat, one of the baconettes. We got a baconette in the house. Let's go. Let's see who else. Inspector Neck is here, or is it Inspector N-E-K? Because it's all capitalized. I don't know. I'm just going to call you Inspector Neck because it sounds funny. James D. Morris is here, says it's Bacon and Roses time. We got Wolverine, our current stream boss. There's Noname OVA. What's going on? Ricardo Vasquez is here. Let's see who else as I scroll down. I might have caught up. Oh, no, wait. There's Impu T. Hey, Sushi. What's going on, man? Did I get Spyro Man? I think I did. There's Tony Nuggets. There he is. I figured he'd be in here. Some of the other Nuggets were in here already. He's got Nuggets running wild in his house there. So good to see you, Tony. Ron McChaos. Look at the size of that thing. We got Ad User. What's going on, man? Let's see who else as I scroll down. Where did I leave off? I saw Tony Nuggets, and then I missed it. Now I've lost my space. Oh, well. I'm just going to keep reading. I'm just going to keep scrolling. There's Mock in the dock. What's going on, man? I still have a terrible Boston accent, but I'm trying. Okay, I'm trying. We got Not Available. What's going on? Let's see who else. Stevesy. Hey, Stevesy is here. That is our latest member over on Coffee. You guys see those blue wrenches in chat? Those are channel members over on Coffee, definitely helping keeping the station in orbit. And you need your wrench, good sir. So heads up. I'm lobbing it at your head right now, okay? Breakneck speed, okay? Mach speed, lobbing that wrench at you. So heads up, buddy. Thank you for the support. I see Beer Drinking Dwarf. What's going on? He says he's playing some D&D right now. That's cool. Let's see who else we got Alchemy. Good to see you, Alchemy. Glad you could make it. There's Robert Jaworski. I am probably butchering that last name. Apologies. Commies Are Not People is here, man. Hey, it's good to see you. It's been a while. You know, I got to bust out that Stain song there. It's been a while. Haven't seen you, man. Good to see you back. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully, people, if it's cold, I see that it's been getting cold. It's a little chilly in my area, even though I'm in the zone where they said it was going to be getting really cold. It hasn't, at least not yet. And I probably just jinxed myself. I'm going to wake up to the driveway being covered in a sheet of ice after saying that. But for anybody that is already experiencing cold weather, I hope you guys are staying warm. Johnny Hollywood's got one for us.
Did anyone else try to rewatch Channel Surfing on Thursday only to see it got nuked by 3 companies?
That happens a lot, man. You know, totally nuked from orbit. But no, I'm working on it that with Channel Surfing, just because the nature of the show, you know, we're looking at clips and stuff. So a lot of times there's going to be things that get pinged with the copyright, YouTube's automated ID system, and they'll ping it and they'll say, hey, this either is going to get all the ad revenue sent to the owner of the copyright, or we're just going to block it. We're just going to block it worldwide. But luckily, I have the ability to trim out those segments. It kind of sucks because then we miss a few parts. Like if you are rewatching it, because it will be back up soon. It's just taking me a while because we had a lot of clips, okay? We had a lot of clips on Wednesday. It was one of the best Channel Surfings ever. But it's taken a while. But it will be back up soon. And when it is, you'll probably notice, for one, that the runtime is not quite as long, especially if you stayed all the way to the end, all 5.5 hours. You're going to see it's closer to like 5 hours, maybe even a little less. I don't know exactly what it's going to be. It's still processing. Hopefully by the time this stream is over, the replay of Channel Surfing will be back up. But I have been going through and trimming out all the segments that were getting blocked or nuked, as you put it. And so it will be available soon. Usually it doesn't take this long, but like I said, we got a bunch of clips on Wednesday, man. We were rocking out, just as I hoped that we would, to all those awesome music videos. And so there was a lot of stuff I had to trim out. And unfortunately, it only lets you do one at a time. If YouTube would, all these stupid updates they do, like putting the little @ symbol in front of your name and changing it from what it used to be, so I can't recognize half the people. Instead of doing something like that, how about an update where you can go in, because it already has the timestamps of all the footage that's been claimed. So why not just let us do one sweeping motion, click of the button, and they're all gone.
Bacon emoji, throwing up some bacon in the sky. Supporting pin-ups and supporting thick thighs. Supporting the cake and supporting the chests. Gonna watch the stream, that's the best.
Thank you, Painting and Rambling. Anybody else catch how Kitty really drew out the word thighs? Sometimes he loses that oomph at the end. He's just, ER, like we got earlier from the elongated E bacon ear. He didn't even read it right. Or he even cut out some of the E's of the one before that. But this one, he was like, thighs. Like, he drew that one out there, Kitty. Whoa, buddy, he is definitely zooking out tonight.
We like Zook, see?
We like Zook, see? See? We like the Zook, all right? So it's all good. But thank you, Painting and Rambling. I appreciate that. So yeah, anybody that maybe wanted to catch the replay, whether you were there or not, maybe you wanted to go back and watch it, build your own playlist out of some of the submissions from that night, or if you missed it and you want to go back and catch it and you can't find it, don't worry, it'll be back soon, because yeah, it one at a time. I wish YouTube would just let us do it all at once. That would be nice. Chester Stevens is fueling up the thrust bus.
Kitty's a thigh man confirmed.
Yeah, yep. We got some kitty lore.
What about a channel surfing with fan-made music videos, including animated music videos? This could dodge some of the peskier banhammer swinging jerks out there.
Yeah, that might work. That might most of the fan-made stuff isn't going to get you like blocked or whatever. And again, it's not even a permanent thing. I didn't get any strikes or anything like that. They just block it from viewing because whoever owns the copyrighted material, it's kind of like trying to play an episode of X-Men from the 90s, right? Like Disney owns it now. They don't want it being watched anywhere except their official outlets, whether it's a streaming service or if they put it up on YouTube themselves, whatever they want to do. And so if you try to upload an episode, it'll just be blocked. Like nobody can watch it. So it's kind of like that with the music videos, or really with anything. Like we have this happen practically every channel surfing, where there'll be something in there, something. And don't get me wrong, I don't mind whoever sends it in, because sometimes like and T-Bone, I'm not picking on him, just using it as an example. Like T-Bone will send me like a message on Discord. He's like, "I'm sorry, man, the clip I sent, I think that's the one that got you blocked." Don't even worry about it. No need to apologize. It's really no big deal. I don't get a strike or anything like that. All I got to do is just trim out the segment and the stream is back up. And the thing is, that's nice anyway, is that we get to see it live. So if you're there live, you get to see all the segments. We did get a brief stream interruption, but that's on me. I was just letting the clip play for too long. As long as I pause the clip, do some commentary, keep it in the realm of fair use, we don't even get the stream interrupted. So if you catch it live, you can catch everything. But on the replay, yeah, some of this stuff will be trimmed out. That's the only downside, but it's all good. It's all good. So don't even worry about it. But that's not a bad idea. And maybe if we just focused on like fan-made things in general, because I don't know if there's enough fan-made music videos, like specifically just in the realm of music videos, that would make for a full stream. But if we just did like fan-made media, like animations, music videos, little live action recreations. Sometimes, people do those little like short films and stuff. I've batted around a similar idea before myself, actually. So great minds, Baconeer minds, think alike right there, Reverb. So I dig it. We'll probably see that coming up real soon. In fact, real soon, we'll probably see that as the theme for coming channel surfing. All right, well, I think I've done enough hot dog in a grandstand, and hopefully I said hi to everybody in the chat. If I missed you, just put some bacon up there. I'll keep an eye on the chat, say hello to you as we go along. Or if you'd like to yell at me through a super chat, that always gets my attention. Plus, goes a long way to supporting the channel, keeping food on the table of the artist as they continue to provide us with new and exclusive waifu pinups each and every week. Love to show the appreciation for them, and I can speak on their behalf in this case. They very much appreciate it from you guys. Thank you guys so much. All right, let's hail the stream boss. Almost every time, I almost forget that last order of business there. Let's hail our current stream boss. Now it's definitive. Reverb, he got a ticket on the BOOGA train there and has made it the definitive stream boss right now with 23 hit points on his health bar. Whoa! I should have gotten it out there a little faster because here comes T-Bone giving us a mesmerizing dance.
I know I am early, Lucy is dancing for you tonight. Have a happy birthday bacon this weekend, mate. Hope you also enjoyed Princess Lana the Dream Hunter AI song I made for you.
Oh, thank you, T-Bone. Yeah, I saw you posted it, but I was so busy today. I literally spend all day, like from the time I wake up until about 30 minutes before the stream starts, working on stuff for the stream tonight, you know, like editing the memes. Well, because first I have to skim through all the episodes and see, okay, what's a good clip? What's funny? What matches up with some of our running gags like J-Law and Frosty-Flakes?
You can buy bags of gummies shaped like rooster emoji and mail them to the companies that keep this copyright BS from letting us watch these shows.
That would Hey, I'm just trying to send you a snack, you know, some dessert. Who doesn't like gummies? Okay. Thank you, Commies and Odd People. Appreciate it, man. I see you. Not only you back in the chat, you're back with the wild super chats. Love it, man. I kind of missed it. I was like, man, where's the crazy comments from Commies and Odd People, man? So thank you, man. Appreciate that. Not a bad idea either. Not a bad idea. And they can't say, you know, I was harassing her. I'm just sending a snack there, some gummies. Who doesn't like gummies, right? But thank you, man. Thank you. So yeah, hopefully I got everything taken care of. Oh, right. Stream boss. I was literally in the middle of hailing Reverb, and then T-Bone Tony comes in with, I'm guessing that's an early birthday present. Birthday is until next week, but thank you, man. Yeah, you're getting in there early. Thank you so much, T-Bone Tony. So let's hail. We had a little bit of a battle going on. Okay, we had Reverb 154. Wolverine came in. Reverb took it back. But now T-Bone, the Bard, is now our stream boss with 56.5 hit points on the health bar. That is the stream boss to beat right now. So all hail T-Bone Tony. Let's get some pizza rolls raining. Let's get the waifu swanging for you, good sir. Thank you so much. Yeah, Reverb got dethroned, Duo Maxwell. He while I was shouting him out. Yeah, I almost feel kind of bad. I'm like, man, I should have sped up that stream boss shout out, but it's all right. It's all right. He's on the leaderboard. Okay, he's on the leaderboard. Really, it's still anybody's game. You never know. I mean, like a super kicked events. Whoa! Okay, never mind. I was like, a super kicked events might take it back, but then T-Bone comes in again, getting us mesmerized.
Tonight, Chester of the Coalition allies with the Bard, because Lucy gets my rocket rockin'.
Is that for real? Is that for real? T-Bone Tony, the Cheddar Swiss Coalition, the Cheddar Bards, the Cheesy Bards. It's not cheese balls, it's cheese bards. We got cheese bards in here. Thank you, man. Oh, what a team up. What a team up. It's a swerve. It's a swerve. It's a heel turn or face turn. I don't know. Are you guys heels or faces? Heels or faces? Wait, that was from you, Chester Stevens? Ah, so it is official. Okay, it's real. Things are heating up now in the arena.
How has the stream been going for more than half an hour and Yuri hasn't failed the stealth check yet?
Well, she just did. There she is. Detected. Stealth check failed. Thank you, Taverns Pool. They are kind of like traditions at this point. We need a failed stealth check. We need an E, elongated E. They're kind of like traditions, but now we got them both. So, and we also have a crazy team up going on. Chester Steven made the announcement. It's official. T-Bone the Bard and Chester Stevens of the Cheddar Swiss Coalition teaming up tonight to take on the stream boss, to hold on to the championship. We got the Cheese Bards. The Cheese Bards are here, reigning supreme. Let's go. All right. Thank you, man. Thank you guys so much. Massive support already right out of the gate. You guys are the best. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get the show started. We got plenty to get into, so let's get into it. All right. First up is the Saturday morning preview. So we are up to volume 137, edging closer each and every week to 150. That's going to be the big 3-year anniversary mark, right around there. I think it might be a little bit like 1 or 2 after 150, but since that's kind of a big milestone, I'm just going to lump them all in together so we only have to celebrate once. So it'll be volume 150, 3-year anniversary. That's coming up in a few weeks, but right now we're still at volume 137. Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You guys know the drill. We got a full 3-hour lineup for you. So it'll be taken 9 a.m. to noon p.m. Eastern Time. And we got a pretty zooked up lineup. Zooked out. Zooked up, zooked out. Maybe I'm on the zook. Maybe it's not just Kitty. But yeah, we've got a really zooked out lineup for you tomorrow morning. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I've been trying to keep the craziness going.
Magnificent! Look at the size of that thing!
You gotta fight the woke, read between the lines, anti-mob justice, laws to the question gets you cancelled, then it's probably real, history's a warning, not a costume to choose. Free thoughts, clear speech, happy birthday, Bacon.
Thank you, Retro Ryu. Thank you, man. You guys are getting in early. Like we're celebrating it on next Friday's Sterner Stuff. Next Friday's Sterner Stuff is going to be the big birthday stream, because it's a lot closer. It's a lot closer to the actual day. But thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Get some early bacon bits there. You know, Bacon Bucks. Thank you guys, man. Really appreciate it. Massive support from the Baconeers tonight. I think we're gonna have a good waifu roundup. Okay, I think it's gonna be a good one. So we've got volume 137 and some zooked out stuff. I've been trying to keep it going. You know, like the first of the year, you guys were loving that lineup. So I'm like, okay, I basically set the bar. You know, I've set the bar right out of the gate. First Saturday lineup of the year was a big smash hit. So I got to make sure I keep the zook going, the cheese flowing, and cranking that jank all the way up to 11. So that way it stays as entertaining. Okay, got to meet those standards. All right, we got to meet those standards. So I got a pretty zooked out lineup for you guys tomorrow morning. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We are spanning quite a bit of time. We're starting in the very early 80s, going all the way through the decade into the 90s and even into the early 2000s. So spanning a good bit of time tomorrow morning as we go through the lineup. The shows themselves and the commercials for the most part. Commercials, I little lax on those. I mean, I'll keep them like decade specific, but not necessarily the same year. So you might see a commercial from, you know, the late 80s and the show was from the early 80s. But hey, it's the same decade, right? It's close enough. But the shows themselves are in chronological order. It'll start at the oldest and continue to go to the newest as the morning goes along. And we're going to be traveling through a couple of decades tomorrow morning. But we are getting some new stuff here. We definitely have, once again, we have the trifecta in this lineup, okay? We've got a moment of J-Law. We've got a moment of Frostiflakes, one of the most intense moment of Frostiflakes. It's kind of a new one, all right? Frostiflakes are getting a little out of control, okay? They're running wild. So we got a new level of Frostiflakes, actually, and we even get some wrangling going on. So all the top three, we got the trifecta, but we also get a new category. Now, I don't know if this is really going to end up being a big category because who else can really compete in it? But we're talking about Goldie Gold and her gadgets, okay? We know Goldie Gold is a batshit insane show. Absolutely insane. Goldie Gold it's like the sleeper hit of the year, even though the year just started. It's the sleeper hit of the year because it is so insane. We started watching it at the tail end of last year, got a couple episodes in, instantly became a fan favorite amongst the Baconeers. with good reason, as you can see. But it just gets crazier. The more we watch it, the more zooked out it gets. And so it's like, yeah, hey, we like watching it for Goldie, but the show itself is actually pretty bonkers. Okay, it's pretty bonkers. So it's been a lot of fun. We got skydiving tigers. We got a giant squid in the Alps, where I don't know how it got there, but it was there. We got all sorts of wild stuff. So wasn't there like a sentient glove in one episode? There, I think it was, maybe it turned out to be a robot or something, but the majority of the episode led us to believe it was a sentient glove. So yeah, this show is fucking bonkers, but I love it. I absolutely love it. And a lot of you guys have told me that you do as well. Oh yeah, and how could I forget the forklift? They tried to kill Goldie with a forklift. Okay, this is the song. We even put it to the song. They tried to kill her with a forklift. Ole. So yeah, we've had a lot of really fun moments from this show. So tomorrow morning, she's kind of setting a record, a world record in a brand new category.
I don't know. RoboCop looks like he got parts from Gold Enterprises sometimes.
Painting and rambling. You just brought up an excellent point. Okay, you know what? With that super chat, it is now official, because how could I forget? I'm kind of mad at myself that I forgot about RoboCop Alpha Commando, my favorite RoboCop. And I'm not even joking, like unironically, fucking RoboCop Alpha Commando is my fucking favorite. But no, seriously, like that makes it official. Okay, that makes it official, is that RoboCop Alpha Commando, Inspector Gadget, there's probably a few others out there that I'm forgetting, but now we've got some competition, because I was thinking, okay, this is definitely worthy of noting here, the amount of gadgets that she uses in this one episode. And we can give her sort of like a, an honorary title of like, okay, you're the gadget queen. But if you don't really have any competition, well, where's the fun in that, right? It's sort of like Lady J being the Wrangle Queen. Well, there's tons of competition. So all we needed was a little competition. And since you I was thinking, well, there's Inspector Gadget, but then that's just two. Goldie Gold versus Gadget. Like, I don't know. But now we've got RoboCop Alpha Commando. There's probably some other ones. If you guys think of any other ones, let me know. Any gadget wielders. That's right, Isaac. Gadget wielders, okay? So wielders of the gadgets, all right? So if there's any others out there, let me know. And we will actually make this an official category, because Goldie Gold, she is taking it by storm. Okay, she's taking it by storm. She's like, look, I know there's Inspector Gadget that's in his name. You got RoboCop, who everybody jokes about being like Inspector Gadget, but you guys haven't seen anything yet. All right, this is what endless money. That's her. She's like Bruce Wayne. She's female Bruce Wayne. Okay, so her superpower is being insanely rich, stupid rich, and she's going to show us just exactly what kind of gadgets all that money can buy, and she's showing them off in this episode. In this one episode, I counted at least 5 different gadget uses, but I'm pretty sure there's more. I made 5 clips. I'll rephrase that. Let me rephrase that. I made 5 clips of her using gadgets. I know there's more. I actually know there's more, but I was like, okay, this is getting out of hand. I don't want to have like the entire stream just be clips. We're going to end up playing the whole freaking episode at this point if I just keep making all these clips, because she's using gadgets left and right, just like the intro song. Left, right, Goldie Gold's got the gadgets, okay? So she's setting the new record. Tenko, yeah, Tenko could probably count. We'll let this category sort of evolve on its own as it goes. But Goldie Gold is definitely going to be the first initiate into the category as the first title holder, the Gadget Queen, using over 5. I've got 5 clips here. There's more. There's more that she uses in the episode. So we've got like at least 6 gadgets in this episode, one episode alone. That's the current record. So we'll see if RoboCop can break that, or maybe Inspector Gadget, Tenko from the Guardians of the Magic. We'll see. We'll see if anybody can break that. But listen, okay? Because it's not just like simple gadgets, okay? There's an art form to this. Goldie Gold makes it an art form because you should know, okay? You guys should know by now. The show is bonkers, okay? Skydiving tigers. They tried to kill her with a forklift. So it's not like it's just going to be any old gadgets. It's going to be the most zooked out, janky gadgets that anybody who's on all of the Zook, only somebody who is on all of the Zook could have come up with this stuff. And I want to play a bit of a guessing game on a couple of these. I'll give you a couple of clips here just to set the stage, you know, get the tone set for you here so you can kind of see. But some of these are so just out of left field that I want to see if you guys can guess them. I've got like some multiple choice, okay? I've got some multiple choice, and we're going to see if you guys can guess them. But first up, we'll show some that are a little bit more conventional, I guess. Like, I don't know how many of these cartoon gadgets could really be considered conventional. Now I'm thinking of RoboCop with his snowmobile treads that come out of the back of his legs. Not really conventional, right? So I don't know if any of these are. But these first two are kind of like, okay, at least it sort of makes sense. At least in cartoon logic, it sort of makes sense. So let's check these out here. First up.
That door is locked behind you.
Luckily, I'm wearing my chain bracelet.
All right, so she wrangles Slappy from Goosebumps here with her chain bracelet. Now, again, cartoon logic, because it's clearly just one loop on her wrist, and then suddenly she does a magic show. She maybe we should count Tenko, because Goldie Gold is doing magic here. Okay, Goldie's pulling off some magic. Yeah, she's got the magic chains, her chain bracelet.
Luckily, I'm wearing my chain bracelet.
Luckily, I love how no matter what situation they're in, it's always, luckily I've got this. Like, how many gadgets do you leave the house with? I know there's kind of a joke for IRL waifus, you know, that they have like everything in their purse. Like, what the fuck? Like, what do you need all that stuff? But I guess this takes it to a whole nother level, because they're not even in her purse. She's just completely adorned, head to toe, completely adorned in gadgets. And it's always just, well, lucky I got this one, you know? Yeah, it's Sean. Exactly, Waste His Face. Doesn't it look like Sean? This is the Sean that we never got to see, but all knew existed. Okay, whenever Cobra was not live streaming, and especially when he was passed out drunk, this is the Sean that was roaming around his apartment. Okay, we all know, even if we never got to see him, we all know this is the real Sean right here. So yeah, Goldie Gold, just lucky she's wearing her chain bracelet right there. You know, it's a good moment. Sean White, speaking of Sean, spelled differently though, Sean Weitzel is in the chat. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Miss Taco Cat says, I want to see the bedroom gadgets. Oh shit. Well, that's for a whole different, that's not going to be on Saturday morning cartoons. Okay. That's a whole nother ball game right there. All right. So next gadget, this also sort of falls into a little bit more of a conventional gadget, even if it still relies on cartoon logic as much as the chain bracelet did. But here's this next one.
We've got to get these apes out of our hair.
Here, that's it. Fortunately, my hairnet is also a compressed nylon snare.
Fortunately, luck, it's always luck or fortune. Luckily, fortunately, my hairnet is a compressed nylon snare. Oh man, good thing. Goldie Gold, like every time. So, well, luckily, I've got this random shit. I feel like, even though we determined already that her superpower is money, I feel like she has a second hidden superpower. You know, it's like what they started doing in the X-Men comics with the second mutation, the secondary mutation. So like Emma Frost, she was always just a telepath with maybe a little bit of telekinetic powers as well. But then suddenly secondary mutation, and she can turn her skin to diamond. She can turn her skin into diamond form. It's a secondary mutation. It's just an excuse to give him more powers. Well, I'm starting to think Goldie Gold has a secondary mutation.
How many gadgets does she have stuffed inside that bikini when she's getting wrangled by an octopus in the ocean?
Well, fortunately, T-Bone Tony, we might find it. I don't know. Luckily, she's got her bulletproof bikini on.
We may need to watch Goldie more closely. That looked like a near-perfect wrangling technique. She could be an undercover anti-wrangling agent working to undermine the Baconeers. And she did 2 wrangles as well.
You caught that, did you, Reverb? Yeah, I noticed that too. I also noticed that's a really stacked cat girl right there. So thank you for the dono. But yeah, I noticed that so far, both of these gadgets have been used to wrangle, okay? To wrangle Sean or Slappy from Goosebumps, whatever you want to call him, and to wrangle a whole net full of monkeys there. I could think of a few cities where that would be useful. But no, yeah, we might have to watch out for her, okay? She might be a secret anti-wrangling agent. She also might be a secret mutant with a secondary mutation. Her main superpower is money, but her second one is she's just able to conjure up these gadgets. It's that's how she hides it, kind of like hiding your secret identity. She's like, oh, well, fortunately I've got this. No, you are just using mutant powers to make these random wrangle devices and gadgets and things just appear out of nowhere. We're on to you, Goldie. Okay, where are you hiding them? Okay, where are you hiding them? Okay, just for fun, here's another shot of her in the bikini. We also see Action Jack there, confirmed to be a Baconeer, because look at that side eye. He's just casually floating along. Don't mind me, I'm just lounging in the pool, but he's doing a full-on side eye right there. Even at a distance, even though it's kind of a blurry image, you can tell he's not even using peripheral vision. He's just like staring right on. So Action Jack is a Baconeer, confirmed. All right. Now, so those, like I said, those were like, okay, hairnet that becomes a net, a hoop bracelet that somehow becomes a bunch of hoops, and she uses as a chain. Okay, fair enough. These next ones, though, this is where it's like, does she actually have a mutant power? She just makes these up. Is it really like, where are these coming from? There's no way you just luckily left the house with this. And I'm going to see if you guys can guess them. I'm going to give you multiple choice. And I'm going to see if you guys can guess what the gadget's going to be, okay? So here we go. First up, they're just going to get crazier as we go, by the way.
In fact, there they are.
All right. The bad guys are getting away. Nugget found them. They were hiding, and now they're running away. But luckily, fortunately, Goldie Gold just so happens to have a gadget that'll be useful in this scenario. What could it be? What could it be? Is it going to be a makeup mirror that has a flashbang? She going to use it like a flashbang to blind them? Does she have a ballpoint pen that fires ball bearings? Or maybe she's got nail polish that squirts out an oil slick. All right, what's going to be the best way to stop the bad guys from running away? All right. Is it a makeup mirror with a flashbang, a pen with ball bearings, or nail polish that shoots an oil slick? What do you guys think? A, B, or C? Well, if you said a ballpoint pen that shoots ball bearings...
Hang on, Jack. I've got a ballpoint pen that shoots ball bearings.
I see a lot of people were putting C. A lot of people thought it was going to be the nail polish oil slick. See, I had to really, I'm like, I got to put my mindset in the level of Zook that the show writers were in to come up with some additional options that sound as plausible as what it really was. So I saw quite a few people guess B. A lot of people guess C. I only saw one or two think it was going to be a flashbang with the makeup mirror, but yeah, it was B. It was the ballpoint pen that fires ball bearings. Luckily, she just has it. Did she say it though? Hold on, I got her. Did she say, luckily, I've got my ballpoint pen that fires ball bearings?
Hang on, Jack. I've got a ballpoint pen that shoots ball bearings.
No, she's just like, hang on. I got this. I got this, Jack. Don't even worry. This wasn't even a coincidence. This wasn't a stroke of luck or good fortune. I knew I was going to need my ballpoint pen that fires ball bearings. So don't even worry about it, Jack. I got this one in the bag. Fucking love Goldie Gold, man. It's so insane. Yeah, what does she need either of those things for? What would she need the pen for? It's not like she's writing checks. She probably pays in cash or has like whatever gold-plated Amex card. But then one that shoots ball bearings. I don't know, man. I'm telling you, she's just making this stuff up as it goes along. All right, here's the next one. Let's see if you guys can get this next gadget that she just luckily has it on her.
Give me your boot, Goldie.
All right. I might have should have paused it. I think I spoiled a little bit there. I don't know if you guys heard that, but the ceiling is coming down. They're going to be crushed by spikes. There's an iron rod door there. They need to be able to cut through it. So what does she have? What does she have to cut through the iron rod door there? Is it going to be a blowtorch and a boot? Is it going to be a laser and a lipstick? Or is it going to be buzzsaw blades and a bracelet? All right, what do we have? What do we have here? Boot with a blowtorch, lipstick with a laser, bracelet with a buzzsaw. A, B, or C? Lipstick, laser? A lot of people are voting 8. I think they heard the dialogue. I should have paused it a little earlier. I like how the next popular one, though, is the laser lipstick. A lot of people are thinking, I don't know, might be the laser lipstick. Well, if you caught that little slip up there, then you heard him mention a boot, which means if you guessed A, you were correct. It is a blowtorch and a boot.
My boot? Of course. I forgot I was wearing my survival boots.
Maybe the emergency flare in your heel can cut through these bars.
Look at Nugget. Nugget looks right into the camera like, do you believe this shit? Like, even Nugget is like, come on. You fucking believe this? Do you fucking believe this? Nugget knows. He just broke the fourth wall. He's looking right at us like, get a load of this shit. A blowtorch and a boot. What the fuck? And yeah, she's like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. I was wearing my boots that have blowtorches in the heels. Silly me. Silly, this ceiling is coming down. It's about to kill us. Silly me. I forgot I had boots that had blowtorches in them. My bad. And Nugget is just like, what the fuck, man? I think I might need to take a screenshot of that and make Nugget an emoji in the Discord server. I love that look. He just looks right into the camera. The other guy's looking at the ceiling. Goldie Gold's watching her blowtorch boot in action. And Nugget's just looking right at the audience. Like, what in the actual fuck?
We like Zook, see?
Yeah, we like Zook, see? Hey, Nugget, we like Zook, see? But yeah, I'm going to have to make that an emoji. She's got awesome gadgets, though, right? These are fucking crazy. They're fucking crazy. All right, saving the best for last here for you. And this time I'll definitely pause it before anything is spoiled. Saving the best for last. In another sticky situation. And again, this is all from one episode. Keep in mind, this is all one episode. Tomorrow morning's episode. So you're going to get to see it. And this isn't even all of them. There's more gadgets that she uses in this episode. But I wanted to pick the ones that would, throw you a little curveball with the multiple choice. So we saved the zaniest one for last. And another predicament she finds herself in. Let's see how she's going to get out of this one. Whoa, buddy. Whoa, buddy. I know we have a joke about secure the cake, but Action Jack right there, he's like taking it literally. He's like, okay, I will secure the cake. I'm not even going to save myself. If I'm going to die, I'm going out with a handful, okay? If these are my last moments on Earth, I'm going out with a handful. All right. They are plummeting to their doom. We've actually seen Goldie in a similar predicament before. And the last time they were falling to their doom, just a random hot air balloon happened to be passing by right under the spot where they were falling. So they landed on the hot air balloon. That doesn't really count as a gadget. That's just more implausible luck. But this time she will most definitely be saved by a gadget. Now, what could she possibly have? What could she possibly have that's going to save him this time? Is it A, scarf that folds out into a hang glider? Okay, so yeah, no skydiving tigers, no skydiving. You can rule that one out. It's not skydiving tigers. Is it a scarf that folds out into a hang glider? Is it a whistle, like a dog whistle, that summons a Yeti that will catch them when they fall? Or is it an inflatable hotel? Which one is it? Which one is it, chat? Is her scarf going to fold out and become a hang glider? Is she going to pull out like a dog whistle that summons a Yeti to catch them? Or does she have an inflatable hotel room? Which one is it going to be, chat? Seeing a lot of A's. A lot of people are thinking it's the skydiving scarf. It says skydiving tiger. Sorry, the hang glider scarf. 1 or 2 votes for B. I'm seeing quite a few C's. Okay. You guys, I don't know. You're thinking like real crazy. You're like inflatable hotel room. Like that's fucking wacky. It's gotta be A. It's gotta be A. Well, if you said C, you were right.
I hope you brought some parachutes.
Something much better than that. An inflatable hotel room.
Much better than a parachute. I love how she's like, oh, fuck the parachutes. What do you think I'm just going to have some boring? That's a normie gadget. Okay, parachute? That's for normies. I've got the inflatable hotel room. Okay? And it's her, like she made it. Do you notice the label says Gold Enterprises? So it's her own brand. It's her own brand of inflatable hotel rooms. Who knows why she had that with her? Goldie Gold. Why you needing a hotel room so quick there on the fly? I don't know. But hey, lucky you had it. Fortunately, you just happen to have your Gold Enterprises inflatable hotel room to save the day. So, like, does it come with room service? I don't know. So yeah, it's pretty insane. Like I said, these are 5 gadgets. There's more in this episode, all in one episode. Absolute insanity. But this is why we love Goldie Gold, among other reasons. But yeah, this is why we love Goldie Gold, okay? She has all the greatest gadgets. And she is currently, for the time being, this is a new category. So we're going to have to keep an eye out next time we see an episode of RoboCop or Inspector Gadget, or maybe even Tanko if she counts. We're going to have to keep an eye out on these gadget wielders to see if they outdo Goldie Gold as the gadget champion. So she is our gadget queen.
Very soft, very moist, very wet.
Make that inflatable love hotel from Nintendo.
Thank you, T-Bone. Hey, look, it doesn't even matter that Linda Carter didn't pop up because the image just worked. That just doubled in. It did a little substitution super chat pop up for you there. Goldie Gold sitting by the pool, very moist, very wet. So thank you, T-Bone. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I don't know how well, my guess is the invisible jet. I think the invisible jet has something to do with it. Otherwise, I have no idea how Linda Carter keeps doing it, man. She keeps just passing those stealth checks. But it worked. It worked out this time. Goldie Gold filled in. You know, luckily, fortunately, Goldie Gold just happened to have her bulletproof bikini on. So she could fill in for Linda Carter in that pop-up right there. Oh, good thing. Good thing she's wearing her bulletproof bikini.
Booga, booga, booga!
Adam West Batman had the parachute retrieval service for the Batmobile. Does Goldie have someone to collect her used inflatable hotel rooms?
I wouldn't want that job. I don't know. Probably. Imagine. Oh, what a mess. What a mess. That's like worse than cleaning up in a movie theater after a Minecraft showing. I don't know. Who would want that job? Cleaning up Goldie's used inflatable hotel rooms. I don't know why that sounds so dirty. Those used inflatable hotel rooms. Ugh. What a mess. So yeah, we're going to start the morning off pretty wild. It's going to be a lot of fun. Goldie Gold and Action Jack, our new gadget queen, the gadget wielder extraordinaire, Goldie Gold, with all the wacky stuff that doesn't make any sense. But luckily, she just happens to have them ready and standing by. You know, fortunately, you know, what a stroke of luck there. All right, so next up, that's our new category. All right, guys, that's our new category going forward. Keep an eye out for gadget wielders. But now we're going to some classic categories. Now we're getting into the trifecta. Okay, I promised you the trifecta. I told you we got Wrangling, we got J-Law, we got Frostiflakes, all three in tomorrow morning's lineup. And so it's time to deliver. Okay, it's time to deliver. So first up, we got a pretty epic moment of J-Law. All of these really are pretty epic, you know, like a little bit above and beyond. Maybe the wrangle might be more in the usual territory when it comes to wrangling, but these moments of J-Law, or this moment of J-Law and the moment of Frostiflakes, are both next level. Okay, so as you can see here, we've got Misfit Roxy. That means we're getting Jim and the Holograms. It was recommended on Wednesday's channel surfing because we were watching so many music videos that one of the super chats said, you should play some Jim and the Holograms. It would fit right in. And I said, you know what? Don't mind if I do. But if I'm going to find an episode, it needs to have at least one of our big three memes, J-Law, Wrangling, or Frostiflakes. And oh, I found some J-Law. Oh, did I ever. So we've got Misfit Roxy, and I will say, by the way, Team Misfits, okay? Who's with me? Are you on Team Holograms or Team Misfits? I'm Team Misfits for life, okay? No comparison. It's not even close, okay? Team Misfits for life. Yeah, gimme the Misfits. Roxy especially. I think she's my favorite because we've seen her have some J-Law moments, varieties of not just driving, but the gimme song. That was basically like all her. You know, she was trying on outfits and jewelry, just total J-Law moments left and right. It was like a J-Law music video. So she's kind of my favorite. Stormer's your favorite, Ron McChaos? I mean, listen, Team Misfit, like all three, okay? Team Misfits, all of them, all right? But this one focuses once again on Roxy, and once again, she's having a J-Law moment. Now, normally it's with like a car or like a bicycle. Every now and then we see like a flying, you know, like a plane or one of those like sci-fi jet things. But usually with the car, it can get dangerous. In fact, we saw that last week with Neffy. She was just being a menace in traffic there. So with the cars, it gets pretty dangerous. But usually when a waifu is flying, even if they do crash the plane, it's just like out in the middle of nowhere. and like nobody else really gets hurt, you know. Although we did see Goldie, that building. Remember that building that just jumped out in front of her? We did see Goldie Gold take J-Law to another level when that building just jumped out in front of her when she was flying a plane. So not always does does it take place in isolated areas, but it's usually the case. Well, this waifu says, well, not only am I going to drive recklessly through a crowded area, but it's not going to just be a car or anything normal. No, get the fucking killdozer, okay? Roxy says, bring me the killdozer. I feel a J-Law coming on, okay? Have the J-Law firm standing by. I feel a moment coming on. Bring me the killdozer. Skeletor is just like, nope, I'm getting the fuck out of here. This bitch is driving a fucking bulldozer. She tried to kill him with the bulldozer. Olay! Yeah, Skeletor's like, what the fuck? She wasn't even trying to dodge anything. Like, she was trying to run people over with that. Okay, she was like aiming for people. But then, of course, just like a woman, only manages to hit a tree. Well, to be fair, that tree did jump out in front of her. Okay, let's be fair. Let's be fair to the waifu. That tree totally jumped out in front of her. But, you know, she wasn't able to hit anybody she was aiming for. But she did smash into a couple of trees, although they jumped out in front of her. And then she had to bail. And then she just bails, jumps out of the fucking bulldozer and lets it keep going on its own. That's why Skeletor was like, nope, I'm gone. He just runs away laughing like, I'm fucking out of here. I don't think so. This bitch is crazy. We got to see that one more time. Cut to Nugget's face. Wait, cut to Nugget's face just watching this. Like, oh, that bitch is crazy. Who let her drive the bulldozer? What the fuck? Yeah, I need that Nugget cutaway. That's a golden nugget right there. I need that face as like a cutaway. So yeah, we've got an epic J-Law moment. Yeah, even Goldie drives better than this, and she almost crashed into a building. But yeah, so it's insane. It's insane. Taking J-Law to a whole new level, behind the wheel of a killdozer, trying to hit people and not managing to. But then the only thing she was able to hit was a fucking tree that she could have easily avoided if only it hadn't have jumped out in front of her. Oh, man. So yeah, we got Roxy and the Misfits, which means an episode of Jim and the Holograms. And there might even be another J-Law moment. I didn't really want to spoil it, so I won't give away too many details. But might be a bit of a J-Law cliffhanger. Like, will it be J-Law? Tune in next time to find out. All right, you're going to have to see tomorrow morning. You're going to have to tune in tomorrow morning just to find out if you have to tune in next time to see the J-Law moment. But it would be even bigger than the bulldozer. That's all I'm going to tell you. Okay, that's all I'm going to tell you is that if this happens, it's going to be even bigger than the bulldozer. It's going to be crazy. And I think it's Roxy again, too. I'm not sure. I got to go back and look at the clip again, but I think it's also Roxy. It's one of the Misfits, man. They're just running wild. They're just running wild in tomorrow's show. It's going to be awesome. All right, so we've got an epic J-Law moment, but we have an even more epic level of Frostiflakes coming up next, okay? You guys ready for the Frostiflakes? Now, we've seen a good bit. We've even seen things heating up. You know, we saw a little bit of waifu wars going on, like between Anaconda and Princess Rosalind from Zaiba 9. You have to say it like that anytime you say it. You got to say it like Tim Curry. But yeah, we saw them getting into the waifu wars. We saw Lana. Even though the waifu wars didn't officially start, Lana wanted to. She wanted to get into some waifu wars with that cheerleader, Stacy. With Stacy, the cheerleader, she wanted to get in some waifu wars, but it never really kicked off. Instead, she just did the whole passive-aggressive, backhanded compliment kind of thing, But we have seen the Frosted Flakes heating up, the waifu wars. They're about to spill out into the streets. Well, this time, we've got a whole new level, okay? A whole new level of Frosted Flakes. Because we're getting an episode, another show that was actually requested by a few different people, not necessarily on Wednesday, but I've been seeing it in the comments lately, that people have been hankering for some Mighty Max, okay? They've been hankering for another episode of Mighty Max. We have not seen the Mighty One in quite a while, so we got to bring back Mighty Max for Saturday morning's lineup tomorrow, and it's bringing the Frosted Flakes. If this look right here is anything to go by, then you know a gigantic, ginormous bowl of Frosted Flakes is being consumed in this episode. And this waifu in particular, she kind of takes it to a whole new level, okay? Kind of takes it to a whole new level. Mighty Max, it's kind of a good thing that he's the mighty one, because otherwise any mere mortal might not survive. All right, check this out.
Where are you going?
Me? I'm aiming to do my probing with Jiffy.
Jiffy?
He just tells her, he's like, look, I'm going to go get some probing done with Jiffy over there. Now, first off, her name's fucking Jiffy. Okay? Jiffy the waifu. But yeah, he just tells her, he's not even hiding it. He's like, don't worry about it. I just want to look at this exhibit, not trying to incur the wrath of Frosted Flakes. No, Max, he plays it fast and loose, and he's gonna go do some probing with Jiffy there. And I did increase the audio and zoom in, but that is the line. I did not edit that line. He does tell B, the dark-haired waifu here, straight to her face that he's gonna go probe Jiffy.
Hey, Max, where are you going?
Me? I'm aiming to do my probing with Jiffy.
Jiffy? But I thought we were... Oh, fine.
Oh, excuse me. Maybe we're just a little bit jealous, is that it?
Oh, holy shit. Max, no! Max, what are you doing? Oh, don't poke the bear. Max, don't poke the bear. Holy shit. Only Flash Gordon can get away with that, okay? You are no Flash Gordon, good sir. What are you doing poking the bear? The bear's gonna poke back. Okay, or maybe probe back. I don't know. He keeps talking about probing. I don't know. But don't do it, Max. Don't do it. Okay, you are no Flash Gordon, sir. Only he can get away with being so blunt like that. You jealous, Dale? You're darn right I am. That's because it's Flash Gordon. But here Max is like, oh, let me antagonize her just a little bit more. I mean, clearly, look at her face right there. Clearly, she's fine. She can handle it.
Oh, excuse me. Maybe we're just a little bit jealous, is that it?
Jealous of Jiffy? Over you? Keep dreaming, boy. Not if you...
Boy. Oh shit, it's already started. The waifu ways of feltoning, a little passive aggressive. Called him boy. You're no man. Mighty, you might be the mighty one, but you're no man. You're still just a boy. Oh shit, it's already begun. It's already begun.
You keep dreaming, boy. Not if you were the last guy on Earth, or the galaxy, or the universe, or the cosmos.
She wants him. It's Frostiflakes. It's Frostiflakes all the way. She fucking wants them. Oh shit, but that's not even it. That's not even all. Max is a bit of a slow learner. For somebody who always does those PSAs at the end of every episode, where it's not, I don't even know if it's a PSA. It's usually just a little nugget of education. Like, oh, did you know the pyramids were built by aliens? You know, whatever he says at the end of each episode makes it seem like he's, you know, well read, you know, like he's smart. Okay. He's got an education. Well, he's a fucking slow learner. I don't know where he learned all that stuff, how long it took, because when it comes to the Frostiflakes antagonizing the waifu, he's a pretty slow learner, and it might just cost him his life.
Max, look at this. Egyptian hieroglyphics used objects to represent words and sounds.
Yeah, I know. I got a book on it back home. I wonder what Jiffy's name would look like, huh? A flower? A butterfly? No, a goddess!
The symbols for your name, Maxwell, must be the same as chump.
Look, there goes Jiffy!
You say Jiffy one more time and I'll break your jaw!
Flakeality. Holy shit. She's gonna kill him. Flakeality. Holy fuck. She said she's gonna break his jaw. I don't even know what that is. Is it like a lunch wrap? Is that his like chicken ranch lunch wrap? Is it a fucking bone that they got because they're at a museum? Whatever it is, she's threatening to break his jaw with it. Okay, this is getting pretty violent. This is getting out of hand. The Frostiflakes are at a whole new level. Yeah, maybe it's a hot dog a burrito, which is a hot dog stuffed inside of a burrito filled with cheese. Maybe that's what it is. She's threatening him with the hot dog a burrito. But either way, flakeality. She's going to break his jaw. I don't think she's going to stop there. I think she's going to fucking kill him. I think she's going to look at her face, dude. That's murder. Murder in her eyes right there. Murder in her eyes. She's going to kill him. He wouldn't shut up though. He keeps talking about Jiffy and how he wants to probe her.
A butterfly? No, a goddess!
The symbols for your name, Maxwell, must be the same as chump.
Look, there goes Jiffy!
You say Jiffy one more time and I'll break your jaw!
I like how she said it like, I'll break your jaw. Like, were we talking about Jaws? When were Jaws brought up there? Calm down. He looks scared too. I think he's finally learning, you know? I think it's finally getting through that head of his there that he's like, hold on. We weren't even talking about Jaws. That was an odd thing to say. What is that? Maybe I shouldn't mention probing Jiffy anymore. What a strange thing to say. Please don't kill me. He's not scared, just hungry. That would be hilarious if that, I don't know what that is. Your guess is as good as mine. I think the consensus is that it's a hot dog, a burrito. I don't know. But let's just assume that it is his chicken ranch lunch wrap, okay? That would be hilarious if he just chomped down on it and he's like, "Oh, thanks. I was getting pretty hungry." He doesn't though. He's like, "Holy shit. All right, calm down. I'll stop talking about probing Jiffy, okay? Just don't give me a flakeality." Oh man, scary shit right there. Scary shit. But you know, Jiffy does get. I don't even know if it's karma for her. Really, it should be for Max. You know, really, it should be karma for Max that like something happens to him because he keeps pissing off B. That's this girl's name is B. A lot of weird names in this show. Max is like the only normal one because all the waifus are named Jiffy and B. I don't even know, man. It's fucking weird. But anyway, you would think he would get some sort of comeuppance for constantly antagonizing B through the whole first half of this episode. But no, the karma actually falls on Jiffy. Jiffy didn't do nothing, okay? She's just trying to study, okay? She's just trying to avoid being probed, and she ends up getting wrangled by snakes. She gets snake wrangled, okay? A lot of snake wrangling going on. They take her away. to the Legend of the Hidden Temple, and they wrangle her up there because she didn't get the gem that was right there in front of her face at the doorway and ended up getting snatched up. And so, yeah, wrangled by snakes and taken to Legend of the Hidden Temple. So, yeah, man, it's a crazy episode. It's a crazy, yeah, the universe is odd, okay? Yeah, especially in Mighty Max. The universe is odd, and it's going to be a wild episode. Like I said, I'm trying to keep the Zook flow in here. You know, I set a pretty high bar there as the standard at the start of the year. So each week I'm like, oh man, got to make sure I find the most zooked out episodes for the Baconeers. We got to keep it going. So I think we're off to a good start. All right. We got our new gadget queen, Goldie Gold. We got Roxy from the Misfits doing an epic J-Law and a bulldozer, even made Skeletor run for the hills. And then you've got Mighty Max almost getting himself killed by Frostiflakes, a flakeality. And then it was so bad that it somehow the bad karma rubbed off onto the side character here, onto Jiffy. She didn't even do anything. And now she's getting wrangled and tangled in the Legend of the Hidden Temple. Man, it's wild. It's going to be a wild episode. Now, if you guys saw the thumbnail, since the premiere has been set up since this afternoon, if you guys saw the thumbnail, did you recognize the waifu in the thumbnail? Because the reason I ask is it might have thrown you off a bit. Some people might have thought, is that Chitara? Or is that somebody else who is normally not an animated character? It's normally a live action character. And that's also something I've been doing since the new year. I don't know if anybody picked up on that, but every Saturday morning lineup so far this month, this year, has had a live action show in it. We had Mystic Knights of Tirnanog, Power Rangers Dino Thunder, Jason of Star Command. Well, now it's time for a little bit more Power Rangers. Let's go. T-Bone! T-Bone's got a visit from the Gyat Fairy.
Wow. Oh, snake angler blonde waifu. Wow. Oh.
Dude, I was just waiting for the beat to drop. Man. That was a sick remix. Holy shit. That's a certified banger. Damn, son, where'd you find this? Yeah, all that needed was like a techno beat, you know? Ow, 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 ow. Even the little breakdown where he's like, oh, wow, ow, ow, ow. You could have just put a techno beat to that. It would have been amazing. Yeah, Kitty Zook it out, though. Kitty Zook it out. Thank you, T-Bone. Appreciate you, man. Adding to that health bar there with 112 hit points. The cheese bards running the show tonight. Let's fucking go. All right. So yeah, it looks like most of you either don't recognize her at all, where to the point where you wouldn't even get her confused with anyone. You're just like, I don't know. But a lot of you do recognize her. You know that it is Cat Manx from Power Rangers SPD. It's time for some more Power Rangers. Okay. Dino Thunder wasn't enough. I need more cheese. Okay, I need more cheese. So we're getting Power Rangers SPD with our alien cat girl waifu. Elon, where I'm waiting. You promised us cat girls, Elon. You promised us genetically engineered cat girls. I'm still waiting. Okay. But in the meantime, we got Power Rangers SPD with our alien cat girl waifu, Cat Manx. This is an actual screen cap from the show. This is not a glamour shot. She just looks that damn good, okay? She just looks that damn good. Now you can see why this is one of my all-time favorite seasons of Power Rangers, like top 3, okay? I don't really know what exact order my top 3 is in. I just know which they are, the ones that I like to watch the most. And SPD is one of them, okay? And now you can see why, right? Now you can see why. We got Cat Manx, our very own alien cat girl waifu, RL waifu. She's fucking amazing. And she gets wrangled, okay? Wrangled and tangled in this episode. In fact, we get a bit of an off-screen wrangle, okay? Now, technically, she was wrangled in the previous episode. So it's not full-blown off-screen, because if you had seen the episode before, you'd see her get wrangled. But that's the previous episode, not the one we're watching tomorrow. So tomorrow, she just starts out already wrangled in the wife cube. They put her in the wife cube there. It's got the force fields up. They got the little wrangle belt around her waist. If she tries to leave, it explodes. I don't know if I agree with that method, but these are the villains doing it. So, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, so we've got our alien cat girl waifu in the wife cube with the bomb belt, the wrangle bomb belt on. Who is going to save her? Who can save our alien cat girl waifu? We need a hero. We need a hero come to save the day, okay? And not only does he rescue our alien cat girl waifu, he does it in such fashion that it counts as a wrangle. You'll see why, okay? I know sometimes I see in the chat that it's debatable. They're like, I don't know if a rescue counts as a wrangle. Well, sometimes when the rescue is just that damn good, and when it's that fucking cool, then it counts as a wrangle, because the waifu, well, she wants to be wrangled, if you know what I'm saying. So here we go. We got Doggy Kruger coming to the rescue. The man himself, the Shadow Ranger, killer of 100 cyborgs. That's right. We've got Doggy Kruger rescuing the waifu, securing the cake, and getting a wrangle.
Let's go home.
Yeah.
That's our chief.
That's our chief. He wrangled her good. I mean, do you guys catch that? I mean, the freeze frame right here should say it all. That look, the way she was just like, yeah, sploosh. Okay, you know, the way she was just like, he's like, let's go home. She's like, yeah, sploosh. In fact, I think we need that clip right now. We need that clip. Hold on, we're gonna play this one again.
Let's go home.
Yeah.
That's our chief.
Sploosh. Oh, that's our chief. Get her, doggy. Cats and dogs living together. Mass hysteria. Cats and dogs living together. What a world. Go get her, chief. Go get her. But you see why I consider this a wrangle? That's our chief, okay? He's wrangling her up. Okay? Taking her home. He even says, like, look, it's time to go home. Did you think I meant the base? Did you think I meant that base, like where most of the show takes place, like the headquarters? No, I said home. I said, we're going back to my place. Let's fucking go. And she's all for it. So that's a wrangle, okay? That's a wrangle in my book. What do you, anybody want to contest that? Anybody in the chat? Speak now, or forever hold your peace. But do we count this? That's a wrangle, right? It resulted in a sploosh, okay? A rescue resulting in a sploosh, that's a wrangle, okay? And then again, I say, Elon, I'm waiting. Elon, where are our fucking cat girls? So let's go. Isaac says, you get a cat girl, and you get a cat girl. Yeah, no, everybody's counting it. I'll allow it. I'd count it. Yep, most people. Okay, good. That's a wrangle. That's a wrangle in my book. So we get, whoops, wrong button there. So we get Cat and Manx from Power Rangers SPD getting wrangled up. She was already wrangled in the previous episode. Then she gets rescued, but rescued so good that it's a wrangle. Let's fucking go. Hell yeah, man. It's good, dude. It's going to be such a fun lineup. I'm really looking forward to it. Like everything. It's kind of a good thing. You know, I say it like it's like, oh man, I set the bar, you know, at the start of the year. What am I going to do? It's actually a good thing because it's resulted in every lineup so far just being fucking insane, but so much fun. I'm really looking forward to it. Now, last but certainly not least, you guys know that a lot of times I like to put shows in that are inspired by the channel surfing of the week. And we already got one with Jim and the Holograms. That one was straight up requested during channel surfing. But I thought, well, let's not end there, okay? That's a good one. It's a good one. It's got a J-Law moment. But let's see if I can find something else, even if it just has one single moment in there where we can get a little reference, a little callback to the music video action that we were getting on channel surfing. And lo and behold, I found a good one, guys. I found a really good one. Are you guys, early 2000s, obviously, with Power Rangers SPD. So we're going to get another early 2000s show. Are you guys okay with a little more Martin mystery? We got Mighty Max, so I need more alliteration with the M's. Are you guys cool with some Martin mystery with the matriarch of mystery, M-O-M? We got Mom in here. She's cutting loose. She's at the Italian disco. She's at the Italian disco, just cutting loose. Let's fucking go. So yeah, we've got Mom, M-O-M, matriarch of mystery. That's right, in this episode of Martin Mystery. And she is cutting a rug here at the Italian disco, man. She's jamming to scotch. Yeah, she's jamming to scotch, right? Hell yeah, man. It's good. So let's check this one out, and we can see exactly what's going on.
Mom's office doubles as a nightclub for employees. It's great for morale.
Her office doubles as a nightclub. This is almost like Goldie Gold's inflatable hotel room, which means that somewhere around the world are the leftovers of used inflatable hotel rooms. But Mom, at least, she keeps it in the office, no portable inflatable nightclubs. No, her office just doubles as a nightclub. Almost like when she's expecting Martin and Diana here not to be around at all. Maybe they're seeing stuff they're not supposed to see. Yeah, she's rocking. But hey, it keeps up morale. Okay, it keeps up morale. The nightclub, the office to nightclub transformation will continue until morale improves. Dude, there's a like, I know a lot of times when they do this, they'll show like it's like orange juice or it's just water or whatever. But because of all the colored lights and everything, that's just alcohol. I mean, look, there's even a wine glass right there, or maybe that's like a martini glass, but either way. And look at all the bottles behind him. They're just getting trashed. They're getting wasted. Everybody's sloshed. That's just, it's just shots. They're just getting fucking shit hammered, man. Whoa, buddy. Martin just got an eyeful. I love how it's like he's not even trying to hide it. This is even worse than Action Jack. We saw Action Jack peering over at Goldie Gold by the pool there, but at least he was doing side eye and he was just sort of casually floating along in the pool. Martin is just leaning right in, eyes wide open, targeted, locked in. He's like, cake detected, locked in.
Agents.
I mean, look, he even has to like face her after that. You notice that? Notice like the head turn. He's staring right down the barrel of the gun right there. And then he's, better look at her in the face there. Look at her face too. She's like, I fucking caught you. Busted. I saw that. Yeah, he was checking her cheeks and she caught him. Man. But hey, Disco Mom's got it going on, okay? I don't blame him. Martin is a certified baconeer. In fact, we already knew this because like every episode there happens to be any sort of hot waifu in there, Martin's going after. He's like a dog. He's like Doggy Kruger. Okay, from Power Rangers SPD, he's going after her, right? So we already knew he was a baconeer. But I do need to say that Disco Mom has got it going on.
Agents, yes. Glad to see you got here so quickly.
Nice moves, Mom.
Even I need to let my hair down once in a while.
right, left, right. Did you really think I wasn't going to put Scotch in there? Of course I was going to put Scotch in there. She was breaking it down, okay? She's breaking it down, left, right, left, right. So you know you're going to hear that again. Let's fucking go. We got to see, I got to see that again, man. It's dude, she does look awesome though. I dig this like whole like sort of 70s, almost like a character from Austin Powers or something, man. She's looking good.
To see you got here so quickly.
Nice moves, Mom.
Even I need to let my hair down once in a while.
So yeah, so Mom's getting down. So had to get another reference in there to channel surfing. You guys know I love to do that. Get another little reference in there to our channel surfing on Wednesday with all the music videos and stuff. So we've got an episode that features Disco Mom, got it going on, dancing to Disco Band by Scotch. Good stuff, man. Yeah, she was shaking it. Yeah, she was shaking it too, man. She was rocking out. She's rocking out. So yeah, it's going to be a good lineup. There's a couple more shows in there that I did not reveal in this preview. So there'll be a couple of surprises for you when you tune in tomorrow. But we got a full block, 3 hours, 9 to noon Eastern Standard Time. So hopefully I will see you guys there for that. If this has been any indication, you know it's going to be fucking crazy. It's going to be awesome. All right, let's talk about the Anime Grindhouse tomorrow night, midnight Eastern Standard Time. This will be over on Bacon Bits, the second channel. You guys can find that just by going to the homepage of this channel and scrolling down, and you'll see the others, the arcade, Bacon Bits, as well as a music channel that I keep neglecting. I swear I'm going to start uploading there again soon. But yeah, check out Bacon Bits if you haven't already. That is the home of the Anime Grindhouse, and sometimes we even do Friday night movies. You can also find some series over there that we used to watch, but we finished them all. We got through them too quickly. And but at least they're archived up there if you want to check out things like Lex or Forever Night or Black Scorpion. Lots of good jank over there. But tomorrow night will be the Anime Grindhouse. And I talked about this for a bit last week, and I'm going to reiterate it again tonight, as I said I would, because you need 2 debriefings to prepare yourself for this next anime. Okay, just trust me. Okay, take my word for it. You're going to need 2 debriefings just to prepare you for this one. So that, because look, I know Soul Taker was pretty confusing. It was pretty zooked out. It was bizarre. It was out there. But this next one just takes it to a whole new level in a completely different direction, even though it actually has to do with Soul Taker. So what we're watching tomorrow night at midnight Eastern Standard Time is Nurse Witch Komugi. So who didn't love Komugi? Better not see anyone raise their hand. All right. We all love Komugi. Okay. She was the best part of the Soul Taker series. I mean, there were some cool visuals. There was some cool music, but let's be real. Komugi was the best part. And apparently everyone, at least in Japan, agreed. And so they decided to give her her own spin-off series. However, it wouldn't just be a rehashing of Soul Taker as far as taking place in that same universe or even being any sort of side story or anything like that. Oh no, oh no. They decided what they would do is have Komugi exist in a world where Soul Taker is a TV show that she acted in. And all the other girls here that you see, like Megumi, and I think Asuka was her name, some of the flickers from Soul Taker, well, they were just other actresses, her competition, because, you know, they're all trying to make it big, okay? They're all trying to make it big, become a popular celebrity in acting and singing and things like that. So they basically all compete with each other at a talent agency, and Soul Taker was just a show that they all acted in. But Komugi ends up getting powers for real. If this, I mean, we're assuming this is the real world. I don't really know. It's still a little confusing. But she ends up getting powers for real and becomes basically like a Sailor Moon knockoff, a magical girl, Nurse Witch Komugi. And so she has a magical girl transformation. She has powers that are very loosely defined. It's almost like Goldie Gold with her gadgets. She just kind of is able to do things. It doesn't have any bearing on her abilities in Soul Taker or anything like that. It's just all out of left field. But she is still very much the same character in sense of her personality. So everything that made her fun in Soul Taker is like turned up to 11 in Nurse Witch Komugi. And added on that is a whole bunch of Easter eggs and references. So obviously there's the magical girl one, where it's very much like Sailor Moon and all the other magical girl series. It's a spoof on that, but it even goes into territory of making fun of or referencing, paying homage to, depending on how you look at it, things like Power Rangers and Voltron, Speed Racer, Gotcha Man, Mazinger, like all sorts of stuff. Also, in fact, the more well-versed you are with nerd culture around the 80s and 90s, both in Japan and in the West, the more you will get out of this show, because it's just wall-to-wall, like machine gun fire, rapid fire references at you. You might even have to watch it a second time just to catch everything. They do sort of talk fast from time to time, never gets as bad or even as annoying or anything as Excel Saga, but it is pretty fast paced. Like, you know, blink and you'll miss it when it comes to some of the references and crazy things that they say. But it's not like a mile a minute the whole time. It does slow down. It's actually got pretty good pacing. So it's not as because I found Excel Saga kind of difficult to watch, especially for like binge watching, you know, for like multiple episodes. I could watch like 1 or 2 episodes at a time. But after that, I'm like, it makes me tired. I'm like, okay, I need a break from Excel Saga. But Nurse Witch Komugi, I don't know if they realized that and said, hey, we need to make sure we don't go too crazy, or maybe it's just coincidence, but they definitely have a better pacing in this show. And so it's just a lot of fun. There's only 5, technically 5.5 episodes. The half episode is like a lot of weird music videos and stuff that they're not even really like funny or like referencing anything. It's just kind of like, okay, so I might skip over that and just keep the quote unquote story centric episodes, as much of a plot as there is. I mean, you can see some of the plot here, but you know what I mean. As much of a story as there is, I think I'll just stick to the 5 episodes that stick to that story. There's plenty of stuff to enjoy in those. We don't really need the music video cutaways. So we're going to be just going through the whole OVA series, all 5, I guess, and a half episodes that are in the OVA series, and we'll be going through the whole thing tomorrow night at midnight. And like I said, Komugi is the exact same personality that she was in Soul Taker, maybe even more so, but that's a good thing. You know, it's like more of what you love. Like the thing, like we wanted her to have more screen time in Soul Taker because she was hilarious. You know, and especially because that anime was pretty dark, you know, kind of like edgelord, cyberpunk, devil man, you know, so you needed Komugi to brighten your spirit, you know. So we wanted her to have more screen time. Well, since this is her series, she's just all the way out there, completely insane. Everything that made her like funny and endearing in Soul Taker is cranked up to 11. So if you didn't like her before, then I don't know, maybe it's not for you. But if you did like her before, well, you're really going to like her after that. You're going to love her after this one. And you get a lot of cameos. Kyosuke is in there. Shiro is in there. Yui, the vice president, she's in there. They all play different roles. They have the same names, but it's not necessarily because Soul Taker was just a TV show in this universe. So Shiro is more like her manager at the talent agency, and Yui is the president of the talent agency. And then the other flickers, they are her co-workers as well as rivals. And then you've got Kyosuke, who I don't know if he's working at the same talent agency, but he is a fellow actor. And of course, he's like the one all the waifus want. You know, they all want to be wrangled by Kyosuke. So not only are they competition in getting acting gigs and modeling gigs and things like that, but they're also her competition for the affection of Kyosuke. And that's just as normal as I can get the plot. and it barely really even has anything to do with it. To be honest, it just goes off the rails so fast. And like I said, the references, man, they come in hot. Okay, they're coming in hot. They're just flying at you left and right, left, right. Left, right. You got references coming in. Like I said, everything from like Speed Racer, Voltron, Gotcha Man, all sorts of stuff. It's so much fun. So I wanted to set this up again. I know I mentioned a good bit of this last week as well, but like I said, I feel like you guys need 2 debriefings just so you understand, because you're going to recognize, you're going to say, wait a minute, that's Shiro, that's Kyosuke, that's Komugi. We just saw these characters in Soul Taker. Why? What is happening? Just why? I'm trying to give you a debriefing so that you understand. Like this is a kind of like an alternate reality where Soul Taker was just a TV show, and we are just sort of following a few days in the life of Komugi as she gets powers, magical powers, and becomes Nurse Witch Komugi. So yeah, I think it's going to be fun though. Yeah, there's nothing normal. Exactly, Gabriel Villegas. There's nothing normal about the anime. I'm just trying to like make it sound sort of like semi-normal, but it's really, it's just fucking crazy. But hey,
we like Zook, see?
We like Zook, see? Okay, so it's going to be a lot of fun. I think you guys will enjoy it. It is, of course, stacked and packed wall to wall with waifus, even more so than Soul Taker. Soul Taker was actually no slouch when it came to the waifu department, especially for such a, dark edgelord anime, right? But it actually had its fair share of waifus, even a little bit of fan service in there. Well, this cranks that up as well. It's not just in Komugi's personality department or the like the comedy, the craziness. No, you also get much more of the waifus. They are the same ones from Soul Taker. You just get to see a lot more of them, and that you can take that however you want to. So we'll be watching this tomorrow night on Bacon Bits, midnight Eastern Standard Time. Just get ready to zook out, okay? That's all I can really say. Like what it all boils down to, like everything. Just prepare for Zook, okay? Just prepare for Zook and prepare to laugh. I think that you guys are going to enjoy this. I think that it has a sense of humor that most of us, if not all of us, can appreciate just based on how we have fun on like channel surfing and here on Sterner stuff. I'm pretty sure everything about this, not just like the waifus and the fan service, but like the comedy and the references, everything is going to be right up the Baconeers alley. So prepare for Zook, prepare for laugh, and just have fun. All right, just have fun. So that's tomorrow night at midnight. Hopefully I will see you guys there. It'll definitely be a nice change of pace from Soul Taker, even though it's technically all the same characters, but it's very different. So I'm looking forward to watching this with you guys, riffing on it in the chat. Man, it's going to be fun. It is going to be fun. All right. Now it's time for our new segment. This is a new segment we just debuted last week with She-Hulk. The spotlight, the nostalgia spotlight was shown upon She-Hulk last week because she's a
Green skin girl!
That's right. She was a green skin girl. So we had to start off this new segment, the nostalgia spotlight, with She-Hulk, going over some of the artwork from John Byrne in the comics and even showing a couple of clips from her Saturday morning cartoon, Incredible Hulk, the animated series, which was actually renamed in the second season to Incredible Hulk with She-Hulk. She was like a very much a main character in that show, even though they said, hey, you got to tone it down, man. She's a little crazy. Okay, she's talking about wanting to get wrangled or maybe even doing the wrangling herself because she certainly could. And you got to tone that down. And they said they would, but they really didn't, as we saw in those clips. It was fucking awesome. All right, so I thought, you know what? To follow this one up, I don't have another green skin girl, and that would, it wouldn't be the nostalgia spotlight if it was just always green skin. That would be the segment. It's green skin girls the segment. Maybe I should write that down. Maybe that should be a new segment. Okay, green skin girls the segment. All right, just making a note of that right there. But no, so we've got, for this nostalgia spotlight, we are going to be talking about comic books once again, because something I like to do with this segment is feature things that can't really be shown as part of a Saturday morning lineup or an anime grindhouse or anything like that, because otherwise we would just watch it there, right? So I want to show you guys stuff that can't be featured there that maybe you've heard of, maybe you forgot, maybe you've never heard of. And in this case, I'm thinking it's the latter. I'm thinking that a lot of you guys will have never even heard of this, but you're going to be so happy that you did. This might be some new reading material for a lot of you guys if you're looking for something to read, especially the modern landscape of comics. It's absolutely dreadful. It's abysmal. So if you're like, man, I don't know what good comics there are to read out there except for the classics that everybody already knows. Obviously, you can go back to the 80s and 90s, Marvel and DC. There's a lot of good storylines in there. But how about something that's just a little bit newer? You know, early 2000s is when it started, 2005 to be exact. And even though you might not be nostalgia for the comics specifically, especially if you never heard of them, the material they cover certainly is something that you are nostalgia for, that we're all nostalgia for, okay? Or nostalgic. Sorry, I can say words properly.
No, man, he's just zooking out. He'll be okay.
Just zooking out a little bit, okay? But yeah, the material that they cover is something that I believe we are all nostalgic for. So what I'm talking about is a little company by the name of Zenescope. Has anybody heard of Zenescope? They do a line of comics called Grimm Fairy Tales, which is obviously a reference to Grimm's fairy tales. And what they do is they basically, here's the concept. You know, if you wanted like the movie pitch, you know, it's like Jurassic Park, but in space. Okay. Well, here's that movie pitch. It's like Grimm's fairy tales, but with waifus, with Orbital Station dress code approved waifus. Okay. You know, yeah. J. Scott Campbell, he's a regular artist in this. Mike the Balfo. Yeah, you'll recognize a lot. You'll recognize the artists because they've done work for other companies. But if you've never heard of Zenescope, I highly recommend you check it out. So we've got the likes of Red Riding Hood, as you can see here, because like I said, they go through the Grimm's fairy tale stuff and they put their own spin on it. It definitely has like a modern twist, but the thing that grabs you, if if you haven't already figured it out, is it's Grimm's fairy tales, but with Orbital Station dress code approved waifus. So you got Red Riding Hood right here. This is their Cinderella. And think about it. Think about how many of these that we're about to see have had modern remakes. And when you look at the absolute state of these modern remakes, it's just abhorrent shit, right? So you look at that and then you look at that and you go, oh, well, so here's more of a modern take, kind of a remake, if you will, of that same character, that same fairy tale. But this is what I've always wanted. Why couldn't they do that with the live action movie? Yeah, so you saw Red Riding Hood. Here's Cinderella, complete with samurai sword. Why? Just because. But she's got her pumpkin carriage right there. Glass slipper, you can kind of see she's kind of sitting on it, but glass slipper right there. So there's your Cinderella. Let's check out, we've got Alice from Alice in Wonderland. So, I mean, there was a kind of in between these times, like late 90s, early 2000s, there was technically a remake of Alice with that computer game, America McGee's Alice. And it was pretty fucked up. They kind of made Alice a bit of a goth girl in that one. And they were cool games. But this takes it to a whole nother level. Now it's who the fuck is Alice? Okay. Alice, who the fuck is Alice? Well, no, it's Orbital Station dress code approved Alice, okay? Who the fuck is Alice? So yeah, I don't know. Maybe you'll just have to read the book to find out. So there's your Alice in Wonderland right there. Let's see who else we got. We've got Dorothy from Oz. So they even did a Wizard of Oz adaptation. There's Dorothy right there for you. So are you noticing a trend? Noticing a trend the way that they present their reading material here? This is not woke shit, all right? They are upholding those classic beauty standards just like we do here on the Orbital Station. So that's why I recommend, if you want some reading material, especially if you're nostalgic, and that's why I said we're all nostalgic for these classic stories. Everybody knows the story of Alice in Wonderland, of Cinderella, Red Riding Hood, Wizard of Oz. We all know it. We have a bit of nostalgia regardless of what version it may be, if it's like one of the old classic Disney cartoons or just the story itself. So you have nostalgia for these characters and these stories. You just maybe haven't seen them like this yet. You know what I mean? Maybe you just haven't seen them like this. A little nudge, nudge, wink, wink, say no more to get you to want to read the story again, right? And saved a few of the best for last. Now, that might be, you're like, wait a minute, there's more? Not only is there more, they're better. So we saw Red Riding Hood, Cinderella, Dorothy, Alice, even though I don't know who the fuck is Alice. But here's one of the most recent remakes that utterly bombed, probably the most infamous one, the most recent and the last. And I'm talking about Snow White, or as I called her, Dirt Brown. She was no Snow White. So let's see how Zenescope handled Snow White. What if the Baroness was Snow White? What if she was, for one, actually white, and two, looks just like the Baroness? Shut up and take my money. Okay, shut up and take my money. This is the Snow White we should have gotten. This is the Snow White we deserve. All hail Snow White. That's right, Taverns Full. Just like we hail the Baroness. All hail Snow White. I mean, dude, they gave her the glasses and the hair. She looks just like her. It's literally just the Baroness in a Snow White costume. And I'm talking about the kind that you get at a party city during Halloween. That kind of Snow White costume. You guys know what I mean, okay? So it's just Baroness in a Party City Snow White costume, and I fucking love it, okay? This is the one. And she actually, like, the thing about it is what I'm showing you right now is a lot of the covers from the comics. But the thing about it is they kind of put more of like an action spin on things. That's why Cinderella had the samurai sword for seemingly no reason. Well, no, actually it's good reason, because in their stories, they're kicking ass. So if you like a waifu that can kick ass and look good while doing it, and clearly we are no longer getting that from modern comics, they might try to push all the waifus to the front and have them kicking ass, but they look like shit.
Rachel actually SWPT the Razzies.
Swept the Razzies? That does not surprise me at all. Thank you, Chester Stevens, by the way, for fueling up the thrust bus right there. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all that Rachel Zegler, Mud Brown, swept the Razzies. Well-deserved, well-earned. But yeah, so they haven't been giving us that. Even though they've been pushing all of these female characters to the front of the line in the comics, they're hardly even kicking ass. A lot of the times, the comics are about them getting upset over a text message or a Twitter post. I shit you not. Check out the recent She-Hulk comics from like a year or two ago. She was fighting a Reddit mod or something. I don't fucking know, man. It was retarded. So if you want waifus that are kicking ass and looking good while doing it, check out some Zenescope, because look at Snow White here. Like I said, basically the Baroness dresses her. And they even do a couple of characters that weren't originally waifus. So we've seen like Red Riding Hood, Cinderella, Snow White. Well, they were waifus to begin with. Well, how about some characters that classically weren't waifus, but get the waifu treatment and get their own books in this comic line as well? Couple of favorites. We got Van Helsing. So this is their take on Van Helsing. Basically a steampunk vampire hunter waifu. What's not to love? What is not to love right there? Steampunk vampire hunter waifu? Yes, please.
I have an art book featuring the first 50 comic cover pin-ups from Zenescope. Mental note, must order the second book to go with the first one.
Yes, hell yeah. I'm glad that some of you guys are already fans. I'm glad that some of you guys are already fans of Zenescope. Like, I figured a lot of people wouldn't know, but I was like, surely at least one or two baconeers out there know about this this comic company. At the very least, have a collection of the covers like Reaver. Like Reaver was just, hey, I just collect the covers, man. I've never read a single issue. No, I'm just kidding. But they do. They put out books like that collect all the covers because the art's so good. The art is so good. Ron McChaos has a link for us.
Think these comics inspired this game.
Let's go. Let's go. Ron McChaos remembering that during the Nostalgia Spotlight, you guys can actually send in clips like we do on Channel Surfing as long as it's relevant to the topic. So thank you, Ron McChaos, for that. We'll check that one out here in just a second. So yeah, some of the characters that they feature aren't classically waifus, but they give them the waifu treatment, and it kind of, well, sparks my interest all over again, because I already liked Van Helsing. I already thought he was cool. I even liked the movie with Hugh Jackman. It's janky, but I love it. Well, we've got waifu Van Helsing now, and yeah, now it's like, hey, I'll check out the story all over again. I'm sure they do some different things as well in the story. But I mean, shit, I'm already sold right here. And then last but certainly not least, in fact, who may be my favorite Zenescope character out of all of them, is their take on the Grim Reaper. Okay, so they have their own take on the Grim Reaper. No longer is he the god of death. Of course, if it's Zenescope, it's going to be the goddess of death. And I'm talking about Kyries, the goddess of death. And she basically is sort of like the Crypt Keeper. Like she'll bookend some of the stories where she starts out like narrating, and then the story takes place, and then at the end she's like, quite a story, eh? And then like kills the person she was telling the story to.
Swing, swing.
She's fucking awesome, man. She's fucking awesome. The goddess of death. Yeah, like, you know, spoiler warning, she tends to kill the people she's telling the stories to. But she is basically the Grim Reaper, Zenescope's Grim Reaper. But yeah, she is my favorite character in the whole universe, the Zeniverse, whatever you want to call it. She is my favorite. Obviously, you can tell because of the design, as well as her being like this awesome waifu version of the Grim Reaper, and the fact that she serves as sort of like a Crypt Keeper type character, where, because it is a very much like an anthology series, they don't necessarily have the same setup as like Marvel or DC, where it's just this one giant expanding universe. It's always crossing over and doing all this stuff. A lot of the times the stories are like self-contained or in like an anthology format. Sometimes they do have crossovers or team ups or whatever you want to call them, but it's just not handled the same as Marvel and DC, which is kind of nice. You know, it's kind of refreshing, a change of pace. But she is sort of like the one constant. She is really the thing, like I said, like the Crypt Keeper, that throughout all the different anthology stories, whatever may happen, she's the one constant. And a lot of times she's also the one telling the story. And I don't know if you can tell in the image, hopefully you can see it there. She's got both red and black hair. Like, I don't know if the black part is the dye job or the red part is the dye job, or maybe that's just how it is because she's the goddess of death. I don't know, but I think it looks awesome how it's kind of like streaked with red in it. She's got the running eyeliner, and of course that outfit is ridiculous. The outfit is insane. Okay, yeah, hot topic waifu times 100. You know, it's like they took the goth girl working at Hot Topic cliche and just cranked it up past 100, like all the way. The knob is broken. So that's Kyries, goddess of death, from the Zenescope series. Now, one last little bit of interesting thing, something that I actually just found out today. I've been aware and reading, putting that in air quotes, the books for like years and years. But I just now found out today, as I was doing research, that they attempted, and I think might have successfully launched, an animated series. Now, it's not the best looking, depending on what your preference is for art style. They did get the studio that worked on Metalocalypse and Venture Brothers to actually work on this animated series, because they didn't want to have to go to any big name studio who would then tell them how things have to look and how the story has to go. They were like, no, fuck that. We're going with these guys because they'll do it in-house, and that way we can have the waifus look the way we want to look and have it be gory and, you know, sexy, whatever. And so, yeah, I'm going to play you guys. We do have a couple minutes of the pilot here. So I want to play that for you. And if anybody can find, because like I said, I found out about this today. I was like, holy shit, this is awesome. But I don't know where to find it. Apparently it was crowdfunded. They did a Kickstarter, but this was like 10 years ago. This was seriously like 10 or 12 years ago. They did a Kickstarter, but the notes say that it was successful, that they did reach their funding goal, which would tell me that at some point this was a thing, but I can't find it on Amazon, eBay, Internet Archive, anywhere. So if anybody knows where to find the Grimm Fairy Tales animated series, please let me know. Send it to me. I'll pay for it if I need to. Like if you have a physical copy, I will buy it off of you. But let's check out a couple minutes from the pilot. And like I said, it may not be everybody's cup of tea with the animation style because they went with a studio that has a very specific look. But I think it works. And I feel like it would be really cheesy and janky fun for us to riff on and watch it in OBTV. So let's check it out. There you got Snow White. Again, looking just like the Baroness. We've got Baroness. Is it Snow White or is it Baroness? I don't know. But here we've got Snow White Baroness again. She's like a main character here. And she's kicking ass right out of the gate. You're going to get some heavy metal vibes in this as well. Just be prepared. You're going to get some heavy metal vibes. And it's violent too. She jumps high.
These three are mine.
Here she comes! Look out! No.
Oh, fatality.
The summoning is complete. Our beast is born.
She's coming.
Let her come.
Phrasing. Look at the redhead waifu there too. It's like not Red Sonja. It's not even Orange Brenda.
We are prepared.
I'm gonna...
She's already closer than she thinks to becoming one with us.
Holy shit.
She's all that she...
That was fucking brutal. I told you this has sort of like heavy metal vibes to it, like with the violence, the over-the-top violence. It's like fucking Mortal Kombat in here. Who's this redhead though?
She cannot stop the inevitable.
It's like seeing Baroness in a way that G.I. Joe would have never portrayed her, you know, like with the blood and gore. Obviously, you're not going to see that in G.I. Joe. So it's really kind of crazy to see, like, look, it's just like, damn, never thought we'd get to see Baroness covered in blood, midriff, yams out. It's fucking wild.
Once again, the portals are opening between the living earth and the immortal mist. In the world that exists between time
and there's the wolf from the Red Riding Hood thing. There's is that Alice? Who the fuck is Alice? Look at her there. Maybe that's Little Bo Peep. I don't know, because she's got like a shepherd rod.
the never-ending battle between good and evil is in constant flux.
I think that was the Beast from Beauty and the Beast.
Together yet separate, with victims succumbing to both sides. Here in the world.
And there you get Baroness in her tiny mini skirt.
Tiny mini skirt!
So like I said, Snow White, I'm still just calling her Baroness. She's basically the main character in this because she's one of the main characters in the comics. Like a few of them got their own individual series, and then there was just the Grimm's Fairy Tale series that would have a few different stories in each issue. But Snow White, she was one of them. Cinderella, I believe Red Riding Hood as well. They each got like individual issues, and so she is definitely one of the main characters in this. That's why I'm like, we gotta find this, okay? Somebody's got to be able to find this. I was looking on eBay and Amazon, couldn't find it. Couldn't find it on Internet Archive, but if anybody knows, maybe they have a better way to search Internet Archive, or maybe somewhere else, sailing the high seas. I don't know, but we gotta watch this, man. It looks like so much fun. Kind of janky, so we would definitely have fun riffing on it, but it just looks entertaining.
Hope it starts at 4-minute mark. Long vid of a Zenescope comic adaptation I have in my collection, so only play a short part of this.
Thank you, T-Bone. Let's go.
Between in the grim fairy tales.
Lena Headey? Wait, what? Look at the cast for this too. So starring Lena Headey. It's got Robert Forster, Brianna Evigan. I could have sworn there were more recognizable names. They might have changed up the cast, because I was looking up notes and found this, and the initial cast listing had like other names that I recognized. Oh, there we go. There was the rest of them. Chris Hardwick. That's one. He's Josh Barnett. Whoa, she was wrangled in the spider web. Look at that. Wrangled and tangled. Again, Baroness, Snow White Baroness right there. Wrangled and tangled in the spider web. Yeah, see, like I felt you guys would recognize some of those names. Yeah, Little Miss Moffat. But it looks like it's still Snow White Baroness. She's got the glasses and everything, so who knows? They might be doing the story, but covering it with a different character.
Lionsgate Television should have the rights to this series. You should start your search there.
Ah, thank you, Reverb 154. Okay. We got a clue. We've been pointed in a direction. Now the real search begins. The hunt begins. Let's fucking go. Hell yeah. Thank you, guys. All right, let's check out the clips. We got a couple of clips here. I know it's not quite like the
Green skin girls
segment. That was a lot easier. There's a lot of green skin girls out there you can find clips of. This one, little more niche. So I understand we only got a couple, but that's fine, because that actually works out timing wise. We gotta wrap up by midnight so we can watch some Mortal Kombat Conquest. Man, we're just going to be having so much jank all weekend. It's going to be fucking awesome. Ron McKayoff says, I think these comics inspired the game. So this is either going to be a clip of America McGee's Alice or a clip of some of these comics. Oh, no, wait. I know what this is. Okay. Full disclosure, chat. I am actually a backer. I am a patron. Full disclosure, okay? I know I'm not trying to overhype the game or shill it. I am a backer. So this is called Swords and Slippers. Master Godai says, I'm a backer too. Let's go. What's up, Mr. Two Scoops? Let's go. Yeah, this is called Swords and Slippers. It's an indie game that's being crowdfunded, and it's basically like Zenescope the game. As you can tell by some of these screenshots right here. They're taking that same approach, where they're using characters from Grimm's fairy tales. So you got Snow White, you got Red Riding Hood. I'm pretty sure Cinderella's going to be in here, and you would not be, out of line for mistaking these for the Zenescope characters. Very similar designs. And it's, as you can see from the gameplay, it's kind of like a third-person hack and slash. It might end up being, it's still very much early in its development. So I don't know if it's going to have like linear levels or if it's going to be open world. The demo so far just sort of gives you this open area, albeit kind of a small area, to just like wander around in and fight these enemies that just spawn in, just to give you a taste of the combat and, you know, the game mechanics like dodging and blocking and parrying and things like that. So little bit of the Dark Souls influence with the dodging and the parrying. I'm hoping it'll be kind of like an open world game, but even if they do end up making linear levels, that'll be cool. But it has hack and slash features. You guys know I love that. I play a shit ton of beat 'em ups over on Orbital Arcade. So you guys know I love that style of game where you're just going through beating the shit out of people using combos and special moves and things like that. You know, I'm a simple baconeer, okay? I don't need any complex game mechanics. I don't do too much of like the first person shooting and things like that. I just like to be able to mash a couple of buttons in the proper succession to pull off a cool looking combo with some special moves, maybe one of those big screen clearing mega moves, you know, the ultras that just send out powers all over the screen and wipe everybody out. I like that kind of stuff. Now, I typically play more of the retro, like pixel graphic games, but this one looks all right. This one looks all right. Yeah, I love Metroidvania as well, Spyro, man. Oh man, if this was like a Metroidvania, like a 3D Metroidvania, where you have technically an open world, but you got to be able to level up and get the skills and stuff required to access new areas, oh man, that would be fucking amazing. But yeah, this definitely, they had to have, if not outright inspired by Zenescope, they had to have at the very least been fans of those books or seen the covers or something, because it looks like Zenescope the game. So awesome. Thank you, Ron McChaos. T-Bones got one for us, says, hope it starts at the 4-minute mark. Well, if it doesn't, I'll cue it up for you. No worries. He says, a long video of a Zenescope comic adaptation that I have in my collection. Okay. Like you have the comics in your collection, or you have this
Zenescope
adaptation?
stepped in.
Well, this is from their podcast, Everything Zen. There you go.
Into the jungle with Grim Fairy Tales presents The Jungle Book, a story by M.L. Miller. The story is about a young girl named Mowgli who is...
See, like, they would never, Hollywood with all their gender swapping and race swapping and everything that they do, but never into a hot waifu. It's always like some mutant, you know? It's always some weird creature that they do all this race swapping and gender swapping with. We never get something like this, but this is like, okay, we're going to do the Jungle Book. And yes, there is a gender swap, but she becomes a totally hot waifu. Okay. I'll allow it. No flag on the play. I'll allow it.
Kidnapped by pirates along with 3 other children. And when their ship crashes ashore, only the children survive. Each is taken captive by a different tribe of animals and raised in the unforgiving jungle, where they grow up and as teenagers encounter one another and are tested in the ultimate game of survival of the fittest.
That sounds pretty cool. Like I said, I haven't even read all of their stuff. I'm mainly just familiar with like the ones that, you know, the characters that I recognize. Like, oh yeah, that's Alice, even though who the fuck is Alice? Or like, yeah, that's Dorothy, or that's Snow White. So I'm like, all right, I'll check it out. I'll see what their take is on that. Or like Van Helsing, you know. But I haven't read this one. I haven't. So there's a lot out there, man. They've been around for 20 years now. They started in 2005, and I believe that was when their first issue was published, and just have been going ever since. And so there's a lot of stuff out there. I know that there's a Little Mermaid adaptation. I remember seeing the cover of that one. I couldn't even really show it on here. You know, it's like, whoa, buddy. So yeah, they've done a lot. So I highly recommend you guys check out Zenescope if this stuff seems interesting to you at all. If you are a fan of those classic tales, and I already know you guys are fans of waifus. So if you're digging what you're seeing, then check out Zenescope, the comics, and please, somebody, although we did get pointed in a direction, we got a clue from Reverb that maybe Lionsgate has it, but somebody please help me find that animated series. I would love to watch that with the bacon ears and riff on that. It looks janky, but also a lot of fun. All right, that is our nostalgia spotlight. One more time, there's Kiri's, the goddess of death, my favorite. That is our nostalgia spotlight.
You're really stacked, aren't you?
There was an anime on Netflix that was an anthology of grim fairy tales. While most were meh, there was one episode that followed a group of waifus in a cyber cowboy world. This is all I could find to show you.
Nice, nice. Yeah, the thing about Grimm's fairy tales in general, not just talking about Zenescope, but just in general, is they've been adapted so many times. There's an old cartoon series that adapts a lot of the stories. Obviously, Disney did a whole bunch of them. There's been live action remakes. There's the Zenescope comics. And I did hear about this. I don't know if is it really an anime? Like, did Japan make it? Or is it just Netflix saying, hey, look, we found something that kind of looks like anime. And I know that's what you people would rather watch because it doesn't look like shit like what Hollywood's putting out. But, you know, fooled you, got you again. I don't know. But I heard about this, but I haven't seen any of it because, as I mentioned on a previous stream, I don't pay for Netflix or really any streaming service because largely they are shit. So I prefer to bring the goods to you guys myself. That's why we do the Saturday morning cartoons and the anime grindhouse. But let's see what this looks like. Maybe it'll pique my interest. Let's see what we got here. And thank you for the super chat, Taverns Pool, by the way. Thank you so much. That's new. Muscle mommy with a monocle. that's a new one. That's a new one. Muscle mommy with a monocle. I feel like this is like Zenescope presents the Grimm fairy tale version of Trigun. Is anybody else seeing that? This is like the Grimm fairy tale Trigun. Head pats. Dead. Or not. He's still wiggly. He got shot in the face. He was still wiggling around on the ground. What the fuck? Oh, it's in it, they trumped him. It's in his ear. Yeah, and that guy right there, the blonde that was just stepping on the guy's head, that's Legato Blue Summers. Yeah, this is definitely giving me Trigun vibes. Yeah, it's like the Zenescope treatment, right? So replace all the characters with waifus that weren't already waifus and put it in the Grimm fairy tale universe. That's what it is. That's basically what this is. It does look interesting. We might have to check that one out. Thank you, Taverns Bull, for that one. For that stacked cat girl right there. Just like we're going to see in Power Rangers SPD. Let's fucking go. All right. Well, I think that wraps up our nostalgia spotlight for this week. Not quite as in-depth as the She-Hulk one, but this one's a little bit of a newer one and more niche, so there's not as much material out there. But I hope you guys enjoy that nostalgia spotlight, even if it's for comics that you may not have nostalgia for themselves. They cover material, stories, fairy tales that you definitely have nostalgia for, but with a waifu twist. And who doesn't love that? So check them out, guys. All right, check them out. Now, let's get to everybody's fave. Oh, wait, one last. I was about to just jump into the waifu roundup. I do need to mention channel surfing. That is coming up on Wednesday, 8 p.m. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. We take a deep dive into nostalgia. We catch that wave, and we have a really good time doing it. In fact, man, channel surfing is one of the most fun times I have during the whole week. And next week is my birthday. In fact, channel surfing is within 24 hours of my birthday. So we're going to do a special birthday stream, birthday edition of Channel Surfing, which really just boils down to it's a free-for-all, okay? Because I couldn't really decide. I'm like, there's not like birthday episodes out there. Maybe we could do something like cake commercials, you know, like are there a lot of cake or cookie or candy commercial? I don't know, like something like that. But I'm like, there's nothing that falls into that theme where we would have a good selection. So I said, well, you know what? It's my birthday. We do what I want, okay? It's my birthday. I'm going to do what I want. So I just want to do whatever. I want to have a free-for-all. We've done these a couple of times recently, like when we celebrated a year of channel surfing, or when we there was another one that was kind of like a was it the New Year's one? I don't know. But we've done a couple of free-for-alls lately, and they were a lot of fun. So since it's my birthday anyway, I said, screw it. Let's just do another free-for-all. I want you guys to just bring in whatever your favorite clips might be. Bonus points if they do have something to do with cake, though. Okay? And you can take that any way you want to interpret it. Okay? So that is really your only hint, I guess, at what the theme is. Anything goes, but, within reason. Bonus points if it has something to do with cake. All right? So that's what we're going to do for Wednesday's Channel Surfing. Celebrating, I don't even want to say how old, but I'm up there. I'm an old man. So we're going to have fun just doing basically a free-for-all. And, whatever nostalgia clips, I'll probably prepare a few. And we'll just have a good time as we always do. So that'll be 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday. Be sure to bring the cake. All right. Now it is time for everybody's favorite segment of the week. With just under 30 minutes to spare, we are doing these streams right on time. I'm glad everything fits in. I was kind of worried if I added that new segment, the Nostalgia Spotlight, it would make the streams run too long, but we are just on time. It's fucking perfect. And there were actually a lot of memes tonight, so it's kind of good that it was a shorter Nostalgia Spotlight. So let's get into the waifu roundup. It is time for some wrangling. Hopefully you guys have kept those wrangle devices tuned up in tip-top condition. Okay, whether you're going classic with the lasso, maybe you got a little high tech with a wrist-mounted grappling hook, or you've gone full sci-fi with a net launching tank. Whatever you got, get ready to wrangle some waifus, and let's find out how many are going to be out there so you can get them in your stable. Let's head to the front of the ship right here, hit the music, and see how much we've stacked up the perpetual waifu machine. Here we go. That's one. We got one waifu unlocked. Two waifus unlocked. And then it stops right there, just over halfway. We are just over halfway there. Living on a prayer to waifu number 3. Can we hit it? Stand up, be counted. You know the waifus go whack for the stack. We can't just stop at 2. My goodness. All right, let's check out who we got here. First up, okay. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to guess this one. The silhouette does a pretty good job of obscuring any features that would make her distinct and go, I know exactly who that is. Like if you could see her hair, you'd probably be able to guess this one pretty easily is my guess. But I'll give you a hint. Not Soul Taker. We just finished Soul Taker, but there was another series we didn't even finish but we got pretty far in, and we'll go back soon, maybe after Kamugi, I don't know. But there was another series that we were watching on the Anime Grindhouse. We didn't finish it though, so it's not Soul Taker, it's not Night Walker, Stalker, Midnight Detective, whatever the fuck his name was. Think back to the series we were watching before. And haven't quite finished. There you go. Hunter Batista knows. Tavern's Pole knows. That's right. Okay. Master of Moskiton. And look at that. Tavern's Pole, even if he forgot her name, he knew that it would be the redhead. That's right. Inaho. Who's a hoe? You a hoe. No, I'm talking Inaho from Master of Moskiton in her, what do you call that? Archaeology outfit? Sorta, kinda. I don't know. She looks ready to be doing some tomb raiding, if you know what I mean. But yeah, we've got Inaho from Master of Mosquiton in basically a modified Tomb Raider outfit. I mean, it was similar. She had a somewhat similar outfit when she was doing her archaeological expeditions. We just shortened it up a bit, you know, got to make it Orbital Station dress code approved, courtesy of Master Krakken. That's right. And if you notice, she's sitting on Pandora's box and has stolen Sheila's cloak, her invisible cloak. She's got Sheila's invisible cloak and sitting on top of Pandora's box. That was a recent episode that we saw about 3 weeks ago, I believe, on Saturday morning. So this is a double reference, okay? Because apparently redheads are like the Highlander. There can be only one. So we've got Inaho, our redhead from Master of Mosquiton, and I guess she has sent Sheila to the depths of Pandora's box. Who knows where she is? Wherever she is, she's missing that invisible cloak. Maybe more. I don't know. We'll find out in a future waifu roundup. All right. So that is waifu number 1, Inaho from Master of Mosquiton, courtesy of Master Krakken. Waifu number 2. This one is from Otacat. This is the one that we left off on last week. And I was like, oh man, we need to make sure to wrangle her because I'm running out of images to use on Friday. You guys know every Friday I like to toast to the weekend. Cheers, bacon ears. You've earned it. So I needed to unlock some more. So luckily, waifu number 2, at least we got these two. So a waifu number 2, do you guys want to take a guess? A lot of people are guessing Janine. Not bad. The hair, yeah, I can see it. But you're wrong. It is not Janine. It is Chitara, another classic waifu. We got Chitara. You know, if you notice a pattern here with Power Rangers SPD and now Chitara, a lot of alien cat girls. What's going on? So we've got Chitara from Thundercats, the original, the 80s Thundercats. Don't get me wrong, I like 2011 as well. Just not just the series, but Chitara as well. Okay, it's good stuff all around, the 2011. But 80s will always have that special place in my heart. It's the original, better times as well. So yeah, she's rocking the Daisy Dukes. She's got a can of Thunder soda. Thundercat soda. I don't even know if that works, but there you go. Thundercat soda right there. Rocking the Daisy Dukes. Chitara from the Thundercats, courtesy of Otacat. That is waifu number 2. Now we are halfway there, living on a prayer to waifu number 3, who also has a can of soda, but this time I think the hair is a dead giveaway, but we're not quite there. We're only just barely over halfway. Oh, wait a minute. Run the chaos with the last minute mesmerizing dance.
Let's stack it up.
Stack it up indeed. Thank you, sir. That perfectly rounded off to that 3rd meter, which means, oh shit, look at that. It unveiled the 3rd waifu. Didn't even bring back the silhouette, but that's okay. You guys already knew who it was. That's right, the matriarch of mystery. We saw her cutting loose, dancing to some disco band from Scotch. I might even have to play that meme again just in celebration. And you guys already know, not only do we have the Orbital Station dress code, but we have some fashion trends that last all year long. Doesn't matter if it's cold outside, it's always bikini season here on the Orbital Station. So we've got Mom sporting her bikini, the matriarch of mystery, MOM, from Martin Mystery, sporting her bikini there. Let me pull up that clip. We got to see it again where she was dancing. Hold on. Let's go. Oh, she's still in the way there.
Mom? Even I need to let my hair down once in a while.
There you go. She's got mystery soda, mystery cola right there. Cheers, bacon ears. It's the weekend. You've earned it. And the matriarch of mystery has a mystery cola for you. You got to solve all the clues to get it, though. Can you do it? All right. Well, that is it. We got 3 waifus tonight. Thank you guys so much for the big support. T-Bone Tony with his tag team partner Chester Stevens have taken Stream Boss with 115 hit points on the health bar. Very respectable health bar right there. Massive support. Thank you to everybody that sent in donations tonight. Big support from the Baconeers. We got 3 excellent waifus. MOM from Oda Cat as well as Chitara, both toasting you guys to the weekend. You'll be seeing these coming up soon in some Friday posts. And then, of course, from Master Krakken, we got Inaho from Master of Moskiton. And we got some really good waifus coming up next. Who is, in fact, let me go back just real quick. Who is the next one? Oh, buddy. You can see she's wearing her chain bracelet. That basically gives away who this waifu is, but we gotta fill a whole nother meter, so we'll just save her for next week. She'll still be relevant. We're watching the episode tomorrow. Luckily, she's wearing her chain. But yeah, you see Kitty down there? Do you guys see Kitty down there with the pair of scissors? What is he up to? Kitty, what are you up to, man?
Pardon me. Pontsu.
Oh, Kitty's up to his old tricks again. He's got scissors. Luckily, Kitty brought scissors. Forget all your gadgets. We're going to keep it simple. Fortunately, Kitty brought his scissors. Oh, buddy. Yeah, he's up to his old tricks again. But we'll save her for next week. Thank you guys so much for the big support tonight. We got, in about 15 minutes from now, we got Mortal Kombat Conquest. So if you are not quite tired, you feel like staying up a little bit later before you got to get some sleep before Saturday morning cartoons, then head over to the OBTV Discord, jump in the VC, and in about 15 minutes after this stream ends, I will start up Mortal Kombat Conquest. We'll probably watch 3 episodes because I am not tired at all. And that means we'll get to Mr. Quan Chi, or as I like to call him, I can't even do it with a straight face. I can't even do it with a straight face. You're just going to have to watch it to find out. But that's his catchphrase, okay? I'll just put it that way. That's his catchphrase. Much like how Voodoo, her catchphrase is... right? That's her. Well, Quan Chi's catchphrase is... So I can't wait to get to that episode. It's fucking hilarious. Plus, we get more waifus and a lot more jank. All right, so head over to OBTV for some Mortal Kombat Conquest in about 15 minutes. And until then, or if I don't see you there, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Nifty.
Before you all leave, be prepared. Charge your batteries and power banks. Ready your generators if you have them. Check your non-perishable foods and fill your water containers, because tomorrow and Sunday, we're facing the wrath of the Snow Miser.
Thank you, Duo Maxwell, coming in with the PSA at the end of the show, just like it should be. Thank you, Duo Maxwell. That's right. Anybody that is facing extreme cold weather coming up this weekend, I know it's happening in various areas of the country. Do make sure you are bunkered down, okay? Batten down the hatches. Get ready to go into your heat bunker. And make sure you got, some non-perishable food, water, whatever you may need, just in case. But hopefully all of you baconeers and baconettes out there, stay safe and stay warm, okay? I also want you to stay awesome, okay? Stay awesome, stay based. God bless you all. Let me leave you now with a moment of Zook.
お母さん、俺、アイスに入ったんだ。すごいわ、氷ちゃん。
お母さん、鼻が高いわ。
本当にこれで良かったのかな。みんな、私が悪いって言うんだもん。アイスだ。武器を置いてゆっくり出てきて。撃たないで。怖い。毎日が怖いの。でも、私はこの国を救いたい。
まずいね。法令が執行されるというのは。いらないぞ！アイスは出ていけ！アイスはいらない！コミュニティを取れ！
お母さん、知り合いが車にはねられて、それで、彼は、そうするしか。
Best anime of 2026. I'm calling it now. Anime of the year. All right, guys, that's the show tonight. Hope you all have a good one. Until next time, remember.
Until all is one.
Yes, until all is one.
Thank you for visiting me. It's been real.
Tomorrow.
Goodbye, nega ninjas.